Hey guys, Rich here. Welcome back to the RCINFORMER YouTube channel. I appreciate y'all stopping by to check out what we got. I'm going to wait a few minutes just for everybody to get online. And if you guys are getting this okay, just, give me a thumbs up. Let me know audio, video is good. Again, this is my 5th stream, so I'm still getting used to all this stuff. Just make sure everything's working. So if you guys don't mind, just give me some thumbs up. Let me know audio and video is working out well for y'all. And I'll start answering some questions in here. A couple things. Bravos, RC Bill Hanger, watching Phillips Maiden. Yeah, I watched a little of that. I flew mine just here the other day, and it flew well. It's okay. On approach, you got the thumbs up, so I'll take it. You got good audio and video. I do appreciate that. Sounds good, looks good. Appreciate it, man. That's exactly what I needed to hear. Very good. So I got things kind of worked out with my streaming. Again, this is only the 5th one, so we're hardwired into the wall. So you guys shouldn't experience any lags at all. This should be really straightforward. So yeah, I got my F-18 out right up there. Flew it the other day. Flew it like twice. It's different to land, but it flies great, and the sound is awesome. Me and Steve were kind of like baffled by the whoosh sound of that jet as we taxied by and flew by and stuff. So we'll get those videos out soon. You guys can see it fly and land, take off, and zoom around. Let's see. Hey from Oklahoma. Appreciate it on approach. Howdy from Dennis. Let's see what else. What's happening, Rich? Hope all here is doing well today. That's Pay It Forward. Thanks for coming. Jacob Foster, I see you there. Let's see. Got all the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm still getting used to the lag, guys, because sometimes, like, I ask for the thumbs up, they come late. I think you guys are doing it immediately, but there's a little bit of lag in the streaming process of this. So, but everything's looking good. Got 25 guys here. Want to see if we get a few more folks in before we really start talking about stuff, because I got a lot of things to cover, a lot of things to go into with everybody. So got a bigger screen out front, so I can actually see the board better now. I had a little tiny monitor, so that's why I was mostly using my glasses to try and see everything. And I still need them from time to see the close-up screen, but I got a big monitor up there and may even upgrade that. Recom Roy, thanks for coming. JCB 67's here. And let's see, you got 28 people. It's going up a little more. EC-1500, Recom Roy, should be fun. Yes, this thing is awesome, folks. It's pretty darn versatile. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do? Just while we're waiting for a few more guys to come up here, I'm going to stick on a couple of pics that I want to kind of show off a little bit. Let me see if I can go through these things here. I'm going to transition this over so you guys will get some of these pictures. I'm going to cycle through some of them. There's some neat features on this airplane. I'm just going to go through here quick. I'm going to get through them. I'm just kind of thumbing through them here so y'all can see. A couple neat features this airplane has. It's 1,500 millimeters, so it's huge. It's just an awesome big airplane. It assembles with, I think, it's like 4 finger-tight screws and then 2 screws in the back for the vertical stabilizer, and that's it. But a lot of features, like you can see right here. It's got a nose cone that comes off. It's magnetic. You just pry it right off, and there's also up front here at the top, there's a little hatch that you can remove that's magnetic. This is for like an FPV camera. So it's got a lot of things it'll do. There's a picture of the FPV camera on there. Again, it doesn't come with an FPV, but you can make this plane FPV. You can make it carry a GoPro. It has so much versatility to it. Here's a picture of it with the lighting package. If we can get it bound up and everything going, I'll turn down the lights here and we'll boot it up in the dark. And we'll take a look at how the lights actually look. But it's a fantastic lighting package on it. It comes with skis, so if you guys got snow or something, it comes with the skis. We'll show you that in the unbox here. And here's a picture of the nose off with a GoPro camera. It was designed specifically so you could put a GoPro type camera up front so you could shoot some video with it. Probably even link your equipment through it. You know, I don't do a lot of FPV. Like I said, I've done a little. But it's nice. This model is set up for all of this stuff. It's very, very versatile. Also has a cargo door in the back. I think that works on the retract switch because it doesn't have retracts. I think if I was going to ask for one more thing with this airplane, if I could have one more item, it would be retractable landing gear. But the wheels are so small and they're kind of tucked up in there that it's not It's not that much of a drag, to make a pun. So, but I'd love to see retracts on this thing just because it looks clean going through the air with the wheels up, you know, rather than having wheels hanging down from a plane. But cargo door, so you can drop stuff like, and this is stuff E-flite has too. We'll be dropping these out. E-flite's got parachute men, and you can drop all kinds of other stuff off of there. But E-flite has a parachute men. They also have, I didn't know they had this stuff. I had no idea they even sold this stuff. But streamers, and of course you can drop tanks with parachutes and all kinds of things off the back of this through that cargo door. So it's pretty darn neat. Here's another shot of it on the ground with the cargo door. I saw some videos of guys touching down and then have with the door open and then releasing a chute or something with pulling a tank out of the back and stuff. So there's so much stuff that y'all can do with this airplane. It's pretty awesome. Here's a picture I snagged online. You can even mount floats to it, and I am going to put floats on this thing. So it's weird looking with the floats, but hey, man, I love float airplanes. I love flying off the water. So I'll probably paint these up to match. I know another guy did who took this shot or whatever. So, but yeah, you can put floats on it. So it's amazing. It'll even do 3D. It'll hover a bit. So it's twin engine, has really nice prop, really nice 5-bladed props. They're a composite propeller. So really, really cool airplane, but just super, super versatile. And of course, this bind and fly version, it comes with the AS3X in it. So it's all wired and be ready to bound. And best of all, guys, check the links in the description below. There is a sale on this thing right now. I think only through the 8th. So you can get it really cheap now. It's like 25% off. So it's just awesome. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to get this out, to show everybody that, man, there's a deal on this right now. And if you guys do use my link in the description, it does support our channel. And we do appreciate that, guys. We get a tiny commission when you guys get stuff through any of our links below. We really appreciate that. Guys have been responding to that really well. And I really want to thank everybody for doing that. Again, I know a lot of guys do a lot of super chatting. I appreciate the super chats if you guys give them to me. That helps us, pay for gas, tolls, cameras, all kinds of stuff, keep the channel running and everything. But when it comes to super chatting, I know, some guys even are doing it through PayPal, and I think a lot of guys have probably stopped that. But I would rather you guys keep your money, buy yourself a good plane, and when you guys do get one, if you use my links, it supports our channel and it doesn't cost you guys a dime. I'd rather do it that way, where you guys are zero out of pocket. I'm trying to keep my channel as free as possible and as best I can. And I'm just really all about information, which is why I named, my channel RCINFORMER, because I wanted to be able to give information to everybody. I wanted to really kind of share the stuff I've learned over the years, so you guys can benefit from it and get going, help the manufacturers, all that kind of stuff. So, but again, I do appreciate you guys coming on, watching, liking, subscribing. We got a 20,000 giveaway. 20,000 subscribers are coming up very fast. I've had my my viewers per month like almost triple since we started doing some of these live things and putting out videos and things. And plus, we're on Instagram, so please, guys, check out our Instagram. We're putting up links, we're putting up stuff every day, so follow us there. We're trying to put posts all the time. We got an event next weekend. If you check YouTube, check Instagram, folks, we're gonna have a lot of planes at the event next weekend, and then Mary Boozers. So they're gonna have their November Toys for Tots thing at Imperial. So we're gonna be there with a bunch of planes, both of us flying stuff. So let me see if I can go through some of these questions real fast, and then we'll start this unbox. There's a lot of guys. There's 38 people here now. Wow, I appreciate that, guys. And also comment, folks, as to what day you want me to do this. I'm going to hopefully try to establish. I'm kind of flying around days to days, trying to pick a good day to maybe solidify, so I do a regular weekly event, so or regular weekly live stream, I should say. So if you guys want me to do a particular day, leave comments and contact me, and if I can get a consensus of when everybody would want it to be, I'll try to have the same day every week if I can. Probably on a weekend too, just because of work and stuff. Let's see a couple things. EC-1500. Looking at a couple of things. I'm just looking at the chat log here, folks. Works great this time, Rich. Okay. And why? I know. What does it say? I want to know why FR9 didn't put E-flite F-18. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see. Greetings from UK and Wales. Thank you. I also did this at 2 o'clock from the guy, the Wales flyer, who's in there. I did this at this time, so kind of to get the European guys so they can kind of get on it too, because I know you guys are a different time zone. I fly across the pond many times, so I'm over there too. I understand the time difference, so I'm trying to do it on a day when you guys, you know, I'm trying to factor in as many of the European guys as I can on stuff. So I'm trying to do it a little early for you all. So please spread the word around. And again, if we can get on a permanent schedule, I'll do this normal. Gav's on there. Shadow Ops is there. William. Murgita is there. Let's see. Smash the like on the way. It all helps out. Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Hit the bell, the notification bell. Really helps us, because when you know we put out a video, everybody gets to see it, and it gives us more views. We do appreciate that. Thank you, Shadow Ops, for that comment. Sometimes I forget to say this stuff, guys, because I'm not really oriented towards that. I always like to talk and give information, but kind of boasting, pushing myself into I've always been kind of bad at, and I'm just sort of forcing myself to do it. So yeah, please like, subscribe, share the comments, or share our videos. Hit that notification bell and pass it around to your friends, folks. That's the best way to support us, is if you got somebody who hasn't seen our stuff, tell them to check it out, like and subscribe, and we do appreciate it. I did put a merch store below as well for t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, somebody put that Bravo's build hanger. You put the price right there. I try not to talk price. It's on sale for 25% off, so awesome airplane, though. I'm dying to I really haven't flown it, but I've seen some videos and I've watched it, and I'm dying to get it out of the box, get it out there to fly, which is why I want to have some videos for you guys soon. Pay it forward, Gav. Hey, Ray, Bravo. TNRC pilot, he's there. Husky is nice. Yeah, Husky's a good plane too. Let's see. What he's doing right now. Great for time. Okay, we'll get ready to start this thing. We got a bunch of people. We got 41 guys. Not too bad for a Sunday afternoon. Hey, all from Scotland. Got Larry Nye there. We're reaching Scotland, guys. We're global here at RC Informer now. Appreciate that. So, you know, tell all your friends, folks, the European crowd, you know, if they want to watch some of this. I'm going to try and do it earlier for you guys on weekends, so you guys can get in on this this too. So, okay, so let's start with it, folks. Let me have a little drink. Got my FMS drink thing here, so we'll put that back there. Okay, guys, EC-1500, really sweet airplane. Let me get actually, I forgot to get this thing off of here. Let me get the let me see if I have any more snaps here. No, I think we went through all the slides. I think you guys can see all that stuff. Let me kill it on those things there. Let me transition back. EC-1500, folks, we're going to get this out of the box. They always have some of the nicest art. Again, super versatile airplane. We'll take a look at some of those photos there. They have the best box photos and everything. Let's see, we'll go around here, another shot. There's Jason Merkel at Horizon. He's just showing off the airplane. I think they need a girl. I think I got the answer to that. So maybe we'll get some pictures. We'll get Amy out there with a nice neon and white bikini. We'll see. So, but very cool, very nice. A couple more pictures back here. There's with the cargo bay open and so forth. And we'll get all into this. So I'm going to throw the box right over here. We'll talk a little bit more about it. I'm going to bind this to my DX9, as I usually do. DX9 is probably about one of the best overall radios you can get. This thing runs on 3 to 4 cell. Mostly I'll be flying 4 cell. I'm going to have 3200s, 4000s, 5000s. We'll see what gets the CG right, and we're going to talk about that, folks, as we get it rolling. I don't think we need anything more to put this together than a screwdriver. I've got my tools all down there ready to go. Got my old dude glasses so we can get to it. So with that, what I'm going to do here quickly is transition you guys over to, I can see all y'all's comments. If you guys are ready, I'm going to transition you guys over to my other camera, my build cam. And let's see if we can show that to you. You guys should have the box right there. It's a little crooked. I'll straighten it out there. And I will walk over there and we'll talk a little more about it. You guys just let me know if you guys got that okay. And I got your chat log on so we can watch sort of what we're doing here. And let me get on over here. So give me a thumbs up, guys, if you got the box okay. I'm here now. I just walked over to where I have this set up. I like to do it this way. And comment, please, folks, on what you see and what you like here, because I try to give you guys what I actually see in the box, the way that I look at it, not just you know, guys in the background, showing the airplane and putting it together. I like to show you guys some detail. So we're going to get into all this stuff. I got my stand here so we can put this thing together, and let's take a look quick at the box. I just want to go over some of the specs just to kind of be thorough, like I usually always am here. This thing has 2 motors in it, 650 kV outrunners. Those are installed. I'll be showing you again the bind and fly, not the plug and play. I don't know if there is even a plug and play version on the website. I think there must be. Servo, or what is it? ESC is 240 amps, and those are installed. We got 7 9-gram Metal Gear servos and 1 just 9-gram regular servo. That might be for the cargo door. And of course, receivers installed with AS3X ready to go. And then there's the requirements. You need a transmitter, 6 to 7 channel. Battery, they even call up to, you can probably put whatever fits in here, 3,200 to 4,000 pack, and then of course a charger for it and everything. So a couple dimensions, we'll talk about a couple of those things just to give you the full-on review here. You can see 60-inch wingspan or 1,500 millimeter, 46-inch length, 1,100, almost 1,200 millimeter, so real nice. Of course, it has SAFE Select, AS3X, as we know. Actually, let me pop another light on, see if that helps. Yeah, that brightens it up a little bit. Now, that might be overdoing it. We'll turn that off for a sec. And assembly, almost no tools or very little, no tools required for field assembly, it says. You do need 2 to get the rudder on and so forth. Lots of lights all over this thing, folks. It is 3 and 4S compatible there. So, again, we'll probably be mostly flying it on the 4-cell pack. So, there's your AS3X safe and safe select mode information. So that's just the wing and pitch leveler, which I think we all know about that. So without further delay, I'll put that box away there. Let's put this, just throw this down here and see how things are going here. We're just going to go with this as is, folks. So here's the airplane as it is in the box. I did peek in here a little bit, so I had some good information to kind of give you guys. And I wanted to kind of look at it in advance. Right here, we've got, looks like we've got here the skis. And we'll just unpack these things right here, get these out of here. See how those look. Probably I'm not going to be using these because I live in Florida, but these are your plastic skis that come with this thing. Pretty nice. I think they just snap on, or you pull the wheel collars off and you put them in over the wheels. So if you guys want a snow plane, the airplane comes with skis. So, and again, we'll be doing the floats on it later. Here's our instruction manual right here. I'll pull this out of the bag. We'll pull this out. Looks like it's got an addendum. I took a little glance at that. Also has, as you can see there, a bind plug with it ready to go. Let's pull that out of there. We got the spar bag here. There's 2 spars, it looks like, one for the wing and one for the tail, I believe. So those are in there ready to go. And let's pull this tape off. Get the horizontals out of here. We'll just pull everything out of the box and we'll look at it up close, just like I do with all my other videos. We'll kind of take a look. These actually have real hinges in them, so real nice. And then here's our vertical. Pretty sweet. 2 screws to get this thing on. Single point connector there, real nice. And let's peel this off. See, we'll get these, throw these out of here. There's a couple of bags right here, props and or spinners. And these are Collet Drive spinners, so pretty easy to get those on. Some hardware, screws and stuff. Wing comes right out, really nice. Motor, ESC installed. Even the ESCs are in here with a nice plug-in. I'll show you that in detail. That's very impressive. In fact, that's about the first time I think I've seen that kind of hookup, but it's pretty nice. Of course, stickers that you can put on. You can do Army, Coast Guard, Marines, U.S. Air Force. So really nice setup. You choose your stickers or do your own. Seen some guys paint this. And here's the props. These are awesome, folks. Props by Cuisinart. these are simply outstanding. Just the sweep to them, really, really cool. So let's get the rest of this out of here, and we'll throw this box off to the side. This wing comes out. You got to be careful not to bend anything. Let's see. We'll put one wing up there on top of that box, and then there is another prop over here, stuck in here. Let's see. We'll pull this out. Get rid of that foam. There's foam everywhere. And the fuselage. One big, massive fuselage. This baby is huge. It is ginormous, you might say. Yeah, very, very cool. So, all right, let's see what we got. I'll put this down here. Looks like there is one more propeller kind of hanging out here. Looks like it's kind of stuck in here. Peel that out of there. Slide that. But nice packaging. They did a really great job. Man, these props are cool. That's just outstanding. And it's a nice big size. Look compared to my hand. Very, very nice propeller. So, okay, I think we got all the little things out of the box. I'm going to kind of toss that aside. And then let me get a little layout kind of organized for everybody right here. We'll kind of put this over here on the wheels here. It's already sitting up on the wheels. Let me slide that up here just a little bit. I think that's going to show in the frame okay, or wings. I'll throw another one down here. And let's see how this is. Try to get it all in frame as best I can. This is a big, big model, though. Lots and lots and lots of stuff here for this. So we'll throw all these down here. Here, let's see. We'll get the stickers. I think you guys get the gist of the stickers. I'll probably put those away here off to the side. We'll get to those a little later on. And the props and the spars and everything. So really nice, folks. Yeah, I'm really kind of digging this. So let's get started. Let me look at some of the comments. I'll kind of look back, see where everybody's at. I got 51 people watching, folks. I really appreciate that. It's nice to have everybody watching here on a Sunday when we get this thing together. And all right, let's go. Let's get with this. Let's talk about a couple things on this plane. We'll pull out the fuselage here, and we'll start off with that in the camera. This thing is really, really big, folks. This is just a massive size. Really nice fit and finish all the way around. It's not a super, super detailed model. It's really meant to be sort of a sport flyer of an airplane. And just all the fits, finish, the fittings, everything looks real nice on this thing. Let's start off at the front, though. We'll kind of start sort of in some kind of order here. Like we saw earlier, the nose cone's magnetic. It's very cool. So you can put almost anything you want up here. Camera, you know, whatever. I mean, but it's designed specifically to fit a big GoPro in there. So very nice, and it just fits on. Magnets in place there. And then we also saw up here, this is designed so you can go FPV with this if you want to do FPV. So pretty sharp. Maybe I'll stick an FPV package on there. I hadn't actually done it, even though I've flown some FPV. But very slick that they thought of this for sort of everybody. It's just a sort of a plane for everybody. And then there's these little thumb grabs right here that you grab to pull the top of the canopy off. So, you know, you can see how this looks in there. And of course, you can access your FPV stuff and attach what you need to in here, you know, through this top hatch here. So pretty slick all the way around here. Nice ball linkages. Look at the detail. Look at these things here. I'm going to put this canopy down somewhere where I can kind of get in on this. Very nice linkages. Look at that for the nose strut. These are the same linkages on the V1200, and it's an analog servo, but man, it's tough with ball links and everything. You got your choice of battery floor that you can put down in here, and we're gonna put my shelf liner down here, so you can put your own, you know, Velcro down there, which it comes in the bag right there. So you got your Velcro comes with EC5, folks, right here. So it's ready to plug in your EC5 connectors. This might be for your BEC. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then let's see, the bind port's down in there. It looks like they got it buried a little bit. And your AS3X receiver is connected right there. You have right down in here where your wire is. I'll probably change that. I'll put that somewhere else. Probably talk about that a little more during the flight demo, because it looks like they used a little hot glue or something to glue it down in. I'll probably put it on a slightly different surface. And then also, this antenna is just kind of flapping around. It's probably going to hit the battery where it is. So I may mess with that later and just make a change, and I'll talk about that probably during the flight video. But overall, pretty nice. I got my shelf liner actually ready to put down in there, so we'll get that in there here pretty shortly. Let's get the top back on. Real nice magnetic hatch, tongue and groove in the front. Boom, snaps in place. Very cool. It has those thumb grabs on both sides too, so pretty neat prop sticker all the way around. That's just sort of the prop line. And then your wings. Here's how your wings connect. This is sharp. Look what they did. This is a multi-connector I actually hadn't seen before. But it also has your power wires for your ESC, because your ESC is in your wing. It's actually already installed in there. So not only you have your lights, your ailerons, your flaps, you know, your motor control, and your ESC, all the wiring's done right here. So you put your spar through this thing. Spar goes through here. wing goes on, and then once you've seated on there and you put your 2 wing screws on, holy smokes, I mean, everything's connected. So it's wireless. So taking your wings off on this is real easy. Not even the darn power wires are needed. So they gave you a nice plastic kind of corner fillet here, so you can't ding that up. So very, very nice. The underside of this thing, you see your wheels, your landing gear. This is where your ski just pops right on, I believe. And this just pulls right out. You yank this out. I don't want to pull it out now, but it just unplugs from here, comes straight out. And it's very easy to get on and off. So probably the only reason you could take that off is when you put floats on this thing. And then here's your wheels. Real easy how they're connected. There's just wheel collars and shafts. It doesn't really get easier than that. I hear this plane's a little noisy on landing just because of the wheels, and you got a big old plastic wheel well in there. But you know, nice landing gear. It's tough. It should be real tough. These are pads right here. 2 pads there, and I think the third is probably up here, I think. And that's for your plastic pads where you're going to mount floats if you decide to do the optional floats on this thing. So, and we'll talk about that later because I'm definitely going to have floats on this thing because I love float planes. And then here's your cargo door. I have not opened this yet, so I really don't know what's going to happen when I open it. Looks like we have a servo down in there. There's a mess and gaggle of wires down in there. Let's get in there. You can see your servo there, ready to with the horn, with the linkage all connected. So real nice. So you can drop all kinds of stuff out of this. This is like the candy bomber plane, the parachute man plane. You know, you can drop all kinds of things out of this. So really impressive. You got a light right here. You have a light, I believe, under the tail right here as well. Nice big flat tail section here. Decals seem nicely applied. And then your tail section. This is pretty cool because these both sides are joined together already, you can see. So you don't even need any screws to get the horizontal on. You literally slide that baby on, and it just snaps in place. So with the spar, of course. And then it's connected. So because all your servo connections are already made by these two like kind of interconnecting kind of plastic pieces with the rod going through. It's pretty nice how it's set up. It's set up to be, glueless and screwless as well. So, and then your vertical just plugs right in here. You slide it right in. Your connector is made right here for your tail section for your rudder. And then you got 2 screws that go through. One goes through right here, and one goes through right here. These are self-tappings. There's a tongue and groove in the front where it kind of goes in. But that's it. That's for your vertical. So you got 2 screws to get your vertical on. You got 4 screws here, 2 here, 2 here. These are thumb tight ones. So that's 6 screws, and then your horizontal plugs in, and you're done. So it's really impressive how minimal work this is. Nice plastic doublers here. It does look like, yep, there's metal nuts on the bottom side of this that I can zoom in on. You guys can check that out. Very nice. And those are going to be plastic kind of thumb tight screws and everything. So, all right, guys, we got about 60 viewers. Really appreciate everybody coming. That's awesome. And nice. I like it. It's nice and bright. The colors, this looks like the Nemo airplane, the way it's painted up. So let's get into one of these wings. We'll put this thing down. Get into this. This is slick. Really like the way that they have made this thing. You can see again your plug in here, your power for the 2 big ones, and then your ailerons, your flaps, your aileron, your lights, your speed control, ESC wire, not your speed control wire, your throttle wire, all plug in through this. This is a beautiful connector. I'm impressed with this. Very nice plastic fittings all the way around. Here's where your wing tight bolts will go in. Wing spar goes through here. So very nice plastic parts all the way around. Your nacelle has the motor in there. Let's see if we can spin that around there. We'll see. It shows your, this is a, let's see if I can get in there. It's a BL15, which is I think it's a 650 kV. Yeah, we can kind of see it in there. A Lexan cowling all the way around. Again, speed controller's right down in there. It exhausts out the back. There's your speed controller. So excellent cooling and no need to wire ESCs into the fuselage. It's just nice how they did it. Lexan could probably be a little nicer, but it is good. It's secured on there nicely with 3 screws, so it looks real good. Nice airfoil all the way around. They've got a landing light that's frosted on the dog tooth right here, or just before the dog tooth. Very cool. It's right in there, so definitely great lighting. vortex generators on this part of the wing. Just energizes airflow over the ailerons just a hair. And then here we go, another frosted wingtip light. So that should make the whole thing glow. That's probably why it does. That frosting instead of a clear diffuses the light, makes it kind of glow a little bit, sort of disperses it a bit. And then one of the cool features about this airplane is it's got upward and downward moving ailerons and flaps. And we'll look in the manual. You can do different configurations of this thing. Right now it's set up to have a big aileron out here and an inboard flap. But by using these little connectors here, you can kind of unplug these. We may talk about this during the flight. You can unlatch these, pull this connector out, and stick another connector in here and have two big flaps for more STOL-like flying, short takeoff and landing, and a single aileron out there, depending on what kind of flying you want to do, if you want to do really slow speed stuff. I've also heard you can link these together and make just a full span aileron and flap kind of thing. So, but I'll mess with that during the flight. Again, obviously, it's initially during some of the flight demos we do. I'll talk about that more there. But for now, it's set up with these two surfaces being aileron, this one being flaps. And again, you can change that just by adding a joiner in there. So again, it's a very versatile airplane. You can customize it to what you want to do. And right now, it's just set up for the sort of the standard setup. So really nice. Looks like this is a peel-off hatch, probably glued on place that you can just peel off probably to get to your speed controller a little bit easier. But real nice. They've taped over the servos. Really great ball links and horns and rods. So these are the same on the V1200, or I shall say the V1200 is the same as the ones on here. They've just done a real nice job. It's an impressive model. The paint job's very kind of day glow, real easy to see. Nice fit and finish. So very, very cool. So we'll get this one down here. Let me put this one here. And let's grab the vertical. Vertical's nice. You just tongue and groove this thing right in the back there, push this whole thing down, and your connections are made right here. All of your wire, or your one wire for your vertical, or for your rudder, I should say, is all connected. That's it. So you just tongue and groove, put this down, two screws, one through here, one through here. Your rudder is connected and in place. Also, important to note, they did a really great job on these hinges. These are not just foam hinges. If you look down in there, there's a glued in, probably C8 in hinge here, 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 and here. So they used what you call proper hinges. They really went to the effort to put regular hinges in this. So this is tough, folks. Not just a foam hinge. They are real, glued in. In fact, you can really see it here. That's a little flaw in it, but that's good because you can kind of see that they used 5 hinges, and not just 2 or 3. They used 5. So really nice. There is a spar running through this vertical. You can see all the spar jig slots right there, and just real nice plastic doublers where the screws are going to go in. So pretty sharp, very nice construction. Definitely impressed with that. The horizontals that just plug in via the spar. And once again, folks, look at the hinge work that they did on this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Not just foam. In fact, they're not foam. They are actual, looks like C8 in hinges. So this is a tough airplane. You can yank on these, tug on these, and you're good to go. Big spar tube going through here. They wanted this tail being tough. Here's your snap-on connector, and we'll snap this all in place. I haven't done this yet. We'll see how it goes on. And then here's your plastic doubler, your fitting, where that pocket, it fits right into that tail pocket right there in the corner. So, and then this just snaps in, and that's it. So you can disassemble this airplane, even the tail for transport, just by pushing this, sliding it out, and you're good to go. So very, very, very sharp. I definitely like that. We talked about the 2 carbon spars. Real tough, mane and tail. The props are something to write home about for sure. Very impressive. Let me see if I can even zoom on that a little bit. I really like how these are. It kind of looks like a swashbuckler's sword, some pirate sword. But look at the curve on those babies. These are awesome. I might even use a Slovenian brother comment and say these are sexy. I mean, they are cool. This might be one of the neatest props I think I've seen come with an ARF. That's pretty cool stuff. And then getting into some of these parts, we looked at the skis and stuff. Here's your spinners. Once again, Collet Drive. So they tighten with friction once you tighten the screw in the center. So, and you can see they've got the prop slots all in there for the 5-bladed hub. So very nice quality, super nice. These are either a plastic or a composite type material. They look pretty tough. And then here's your pads, folks. These are your pads. And actually, your Velcro is here for your battery if you want to use that. I'm going to use my shelf liner, as you know. These are pads for your floats that I think you either glue or you screw down into the underside of the fuselage. I'll talk about that more when I get into the float demo because I don't have the floats yet, but I'll get those here soon. And then right here we've got these are your joiners. They're at a little bit of an angle. These are your joiners if you want to join your two inboard flaps together and just go with the outboard ailerons just by removing those little plastic covers that we just looked at. So that's how that goes down. Those are included. And then all your screws. Most of these screws, you only need 2 of these for the tail. Most of these are if you put these optional floats on, which the pads are included with the airplane. The float kit is separate. So anyway, here's your wing bolts that you tighten on. They're of different size. I think the rear ones are shorter. You can see this one's shorter than that one. I think the long ones go up front, if I'm not mistaken. We'll look at the instructions. And then here's your optional. This is for your. I think this is for your water rudder. So when you pull the nose gear off, the nose wheel, you pop this in its place, and you have a steering arm there that you hook up your water rudder with. So pretty cool, very complete, very nice. Nice parts all the way around. And let's see, I think that's about it for that. We got a bind plug. Couple things on the manual we'll talk about a little bit. There is sometimes an addendum, which these are. Sometimes this is corrections to the manual that Horizon does. So, as they get into production runs and maybe have some issues with things, they'll put up some addendums. This is pretty basic. It just says the connector is not an EC3, it's an EC5. So obviously they changed the connector to an EC5 probably because everybody's got EC5s on their battery. So that's almost a pointless bulletin there, but. And then they had a flap correction, flap value correction, and I'll talk about that probably more during the flight. But I guess mid flaps is 50%, land is minus 100. I don't know. Oh, they had 50 and 100. This one is minus 50 and minus 100. So it was a typo, probably just didn't put the manual in there, and there's German and French versions there. So not a big deal on the addendums, but the manual here, pretty straightforward, but nice. This is glossy too. Nice manual, nice quality. All right, I'm looking back. 60 guys watching, appreciate it. Thanks for coming, guys, and watching. Here, let's get back to the manual here. Again, I was in the box. Yes, I highlighted a few things because I wanted to get a little ahead so I can get you guys, better info instead of stumbling around quite so much because you tend to stumble when you're doing videos like this sometimes a little bit, fumbling around because it is live. Full and half flap settings, something I noted there, CG 60 to 75 after the leading edge. Again, we'll talk about that stuff during the flight demo. And then all the specifications here. Once again, the dimensions on this baby. 60-inch wingspan, folks, 1,500 millimeters. So real nice size. All the parts right there, baby. We just talked about them. There they are. So let's get into some more detail here. And then the assembly. There you go. You put your rudder on. Put that in position. There's 2 20-millimeter self-tapping screws. We're going to get right to that here. Horizontal goes right in with a spar, and they snap in place. That's it. These are where we were talking about your flaps, how you can change. You can either go with the stock configuration here, with your 2 outboard panels being ailerons and your inboard being the flap, or your outboard aileron and the 2 inboard panels being flaps. So again, all you got to do is insert that connector. The flap one has a little bend to it. The aileron is straight. So you have to take those out, put those in if that's what you want to do. We'll talk about that again as we go down the road. Here's a better exploded picture. You just unclip these 2 clips, slide the connector out for the other one, and then put it in the place you want it. That's all. So you swap those out. Props, pretty straightforward, counter-rotating. You want the descending blade going inboard towards the fuselage. Pretty basic, pretty straightforward. If you plugged it in the other way, you're going to be spinning your motors backwards, so you'll figure that out pretty darn quick when the plane starts taxiing backwards. So let me throw a little bit of light on it, see if that actually helps. Yeah, that might help a little bit. I got a little light here on my camera for this stuff. So let's go back here. Let's see what we got. Next one, you can see there's a difference in the wing screws. Front ones are a little longer, rear ones a little shorter, and here's how that baby goes into place right there. You see spar goes in right here. Your wings slide on, and there's your 4 bolts. And that's it. So that's it for your wing assembly. Real nice. And then cargo door operation, we'll talk about that during the flight, and we'll get that set up here, hopefully bound up and ready to go. And then here's your setup stuff. I put the X's here because I don't have those radios. So they have all of this stuff, all your rates and throws set up, looks like 170. Expo set at 20 and 15. I probably will leave those out just because I don't like them, but use what works for you. If they say these work, they probably work great. I'm using a DX9 down here. I have the link in the description below the video. It is the ultimate radio they have, I think, at Horizon. The DX9, you can do just about anything with it. And then they talk about configuring for one aileron, one flap. We'll get that all set up here shortly. Using your switch D, which is the flap switch for flaps, and was it number 5 or switch? The landing gear switch basically for your cargo door, your gear is basically, you're using your gear channel for your cargo door. I may use a different switch for that, but we'll kind of see as I get into this. And then here's your corrections. This is real important, your elevator to flat mixings. They go into position 1 at 50 and 100. And again, we're going to go minus on those according to the instructions, I guess, is what they said. So, and then there's your elevator flat mixing. Very nice to have that, 16 and 25%. We'll set those in there. See how those go. And then battery goes in. There's our CG, 65 to 75 millimeters. They're binding with safe on and safe off. We'll bind with safe on just so we can probably demo it and use it a little bit while we're flying. Safe select switch designation, we will do all of that, which I've done a million times, but we'll see if we can get that on camera here for everybody. Control surface centering, make sure all the control surfaces are centered once we get everything booted up and ready to go. And then here we go. Elevator will be needed. Oh, they're talking about the elevator neutral position. They're saying it needs to be 3 millimeters below the fillet, right, as you can see right here. So we'll mess with that. We'll talk about that during the flight video. I'll probably, maybe not do that here, but we'll talk about it and make sure that's correct where it is. And then the flap travel is a little different on this picture. It shows 15 and 45 millimeters for flap travel. So we'll look at that as we get into this whole thing. And then what else do we got? AS3X control test. You just want to check that after it's all bound up. Flight trimming. Once you get it trim level flight, leave it for 3 seconds. That lets everything just sort of neutralize. And that's really it, folks, for the instruction manual, definitely. Let's get this thing together, folks. Take a second, folks. If you want to grab a drink, I'm going to take a little drink out of my FMS bottle here. And so if you got them, smoke them if you got them. I'm going to take a short drink break. A little drink via FMS. It's the way to go. So let's move all this stuff kind of out of the way. I'll move my stand in here so we can get to this. And let's put everything in place. We'll get it all together. We're going to slide these over here. I'll get my handy dandy FMS stand in here. Let's see, and we'll put this on here. Hope this works out. Hope everybody can see this okay. And we'll get this on the stand, bring it a little closer so everybody can kind of see it. There we go. Just doing this off the cuff, guys. Let's see how we can get this this thing in position. Like I said, folks, I do this way. I do this in all my regular videos, and I'm trying to do some live ones like this to see how well it works out. And mostly, so you guys can see the detail. You guys can see the detail that I, like to show you, and the detail that, I see when I'm doing this kind of thing. So a lot of these videos are done with, planes in the background and guys standing around, and, you see it in the background, but you don't get the detail. That's why I kind of like to do this. So, tell me what you guys like to see. Try to make everybody happy. But I like to show it this way so you can see what I see when I'm putting this together. You can see how easy this thing goes in. We're just gonna kind of slide this down in. Boom, we are done. Easy assembly. That's it. So let me grab a couple screws out of the bag here, and I'll dump these all out on my table back behind me here. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab my magnetic bowl here. Let's do this the right way, so we don't lose anything. Got my magnetic bowl. If you guys go to Harbor Freight always has a coupon for something. So it's this is one of those Harbor Freight coupon deals that you get for free when you buy something else. So nice thing is everything that's everything that's metal will stick to this baby. You're not going to lose it. So real nice. Yeah, these are your pads again for your floats. I'm assuming because of the screws the way these are, I'm pretty sure there's wood down in there. So it looks like with all these screws included, you screw these through the foam into some wood that's probably already pre-installed in there. So, but these are your pads for your floats. So pretty nice, pretty nice. And then your Velcro. So if you Velcro your batteries, which is a real good idea, they provide all that for you to put on your batteries and stuff. Even though I'm going to use my shelf liner, that's just my personal preference. And then yeah, here's your bent interconnector, okay, for your wings to get your flap, your inboard panels as flaps. And then right here you go. You've got your wing bolts. Again, they're different sizes too. The long ones I think go up front, if I'm not mistaken. Short ones go to the back. So anyway, I'm just going to grab 2 of these 20 millimeters, which I think are these, because that's all we need for the tail on this thing. We're not going to, again, all those screws are, those things are for the whatchamacallit there, the screws are for the float mounts and stuff. So we'll just get these 2 in here, grab my screwdriver, and I've been using this screwdriver for at least 10 years, I think. This is a really sweet 4 millimeter that has seen some action, baby. They've got some nice screwdrivers over there. So let's get this on there. This should go in pretty quick. First time doing it, so let's see how it goes. These should countersink in there nicely. And yeah, that hooks up nice, very nice. I can feel it grabbing, getting tight into the plastic. That's excellent. I really like. Yeah, I just fell out of there. All right, let's grab that thing, put that in there. Let me see if I can read a couple comments. It looks like that didn't go in all the way. There it is. I can feel that now. Let's get this on there. Get a little tight on there. It's pretty nice because they countersunk all this. In fact, I'll get a little bit on this thing here. Let's get into some detail on there. They countersunk this baby, so you can really see that, you know, you've got some. It's flush mounted once it goes in there, but there's plastic on the opposite side, so it taps into that pretty nice. Yeah, I can feel it grabbing, and then it's got a nice. Yeah, I mean, it really tightens. They got a lot of plastic threading back there, so it taps in pretty nice. Very, very good. I like that. That's a good connection, good joint. You can see how nicely that goes in. That's it, folks. That's your vertical. So I'm going to look at the chat log a little bit. I see everybody watching. 68 guys. Hey, man, I really appreciate this, folks. Thanks for coming by. You guys are really motivating me to do more live stuff like this. It's really nice. I got to tell you, too, I like being able to talk to everybody. I wish I could hear voices and stuff while I'm doing this, but sometimes you can't always do that. But I tell you what, this is also really great for me because I get to show you this stuff firsthand, you know, without any editing and stuff. The editing, for me, it takes a long time. That's the biggest part to a video is editing stuff. Man, these are nice. Look at those hinges. I mean, they really got regular hinges in this thing, so you'll be able to really beat up on this thing and hammer on it. So, all right, I stuck a spar in here. You can see your little clip here. I'm going to just insert this thing. Let me see if I can get out. And I just bumped my camera. See if I can get this thing in place here and see if I can slide it on in there. Sometimes you got to round the edges of these things if they don't quite fit. Oh, yeah, of course, and they get some glue stuck in there. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you can't feed these in. You want to grab yourself some sandpaper, which I think I'm going to have to get. So let me grab. I think I got something in my tool thing here. Yeah, I usually carry with me one of these too. It's just a ruler, whatever you have. And I just put some sandpaper on there. So if it's really not fitting through there, I'll take the edge of this and just kind of spin it around. You can see I'm spinning it and just kind of round the edge just a little bit to get that to fit through. Sometimes you round it off and it'll go in a little bit better. Let's kind of see if that theory holds here. Maybe I just didn't have it lined up right, but let's see what that does. See if I can get that in there. Ah, there we go. See, slides right in. And check this out. Look at this. Look how nice of a connection it is. I'm going to get close on this. Y'all can see this. This is slick, man. I like how this thing goes together. Just slides right in. Line this baby up here. There we go. Look how nice that goes together. And then for the underside, let me zoom in on that. You can kind of see how this works out here. I'm going to throw my stabilization on, smooth it out a little bit. There we go. And then you pop this in, and that's it. Look, see, it snapped right in. This thing pops out. So to remove this thing, to transport this at the field, it's nice, or to go or to or from the field, whatever. You push this in and just pull it apart. So let's see how easy it is to get apart. There we go. And it snaps out. Again, I'll get a close-up of that. I like that. That's a great connection. Man, if all wings were this way, imagine how easy it would be to assemble, you know, and disassemble airplanes going to and from the flying field. So just bad to the bone. I like that. That's a very nice. Whoever's designing these, man, is just killing it. I mean, they're just doing a tremendously great job. Let me get kind of down here on the focus. Grab the other side. same deal. Now that we rounded that, it should fit pretty good in there. Do I get the right hole? Yeah, that's only one hole there. Yeah, you see the carbon receiver hole right in there. Sometimes it's out of alignment, but it'll fit in there nice. It should anyway. So we'll get that going in there. There we go. Slides right in. Here we go. We'll put this in position. Man, this is slick. This is slick. Horizon is making life easier. Look how this goes right in. Oh, it snaps in. I like it. That is cool, folks. That is some mighty fine tail, I must say. Check that out. That's cool. Very simple to assemble. It just doesn't get any better than that, folks. I mean, for the sale price, especially they got on this, I mean, they're making life easy over there. So let's pull this out. Let me zoom a little bit, and we're gonna go for some wings on here. Actually, before we get to the wings, what I'm gonna do here is I am gonna peel this canopy off. Let me get closer to this thing. Get off those propellers here. Let me zoom in on this thing here. We're gonna use our little thumb grabs. We're gonna pull this baby off of here. Very nice. I'm impressed with this thing. I should have had one of these sooner. This is nice. I pre-prepared for myself a little bit of shelf liner with some double-sided Scotch tape. You guys have seen my videos. For those of you who have seen it, you know I do this. I'm just not a Velcro guy. I don't mind. I think Velcro is a really actually great way to secure your battery, but I just prefer not to have Velcro on every side of every battery I have because I use batteries for different planes, and it gets to be kind of a pain. So having Velcro all over all of your batteries. So I found that, you know, I like using shelf liner better and leaving all the Velcro off the batteries, and it sticks really well. The caveat to it is Velcro does hold the plane in there, battery in there better. And if you have only one strap, you probably do. It's better to have Velcro, especially if it's a yank and bank plane. But as long as you got two straps around your airplane or your battery, as long as you have two straps, you know, the shelf liner's awesome. So, you know, as long as you're doing it right, you know, not a problem. So I'll pull these out of here. In fact, you know what? I'll just try to lay these over the side here. Sometimes it doesn't cooperate. And in fact, you know what? I don't know if these are going to stay. Let me see if I can stick this under the thing here. Just a technique. Stick this under the thing. See if that'll hold it there. There we go. Beautiful. And then we will take my already pre-measured piece of shelf liner here, and we're just going to put this right down in there. Try to get it right up against there. Usually I go all the way to the very edge. This one I was actually sitting around on the floor of my shop. I had cut it for something else, and it didn't fit, and I threw it down. I said, you know what, one of these days I'll find something that'll fit on. And yeah, sure enough, this is the plane. So let me try to get it on there as best I can. I hope I'm not blocking the camera doing this. And we're going to get this down in there. There we go. Perfect. We'll slide that down in there. Let's get that into place. Awesome. Totally awesome. Very good. I may move my receiver later, and I'll talk about that later if I do it. I might move this to this side, only because this antenna here, as I'm watching this, is getting in the way, or may get in the way of the battery, so it's not straight, and those are good to be straight, but I'll mess with it. I'll talk about that later. It's fine where it is for right now, and then probably just for kicks, I'll take a battery here right now, and let me stick one of these in here. This is really nice, actually, how they did this, because there's definitely there's plenty of straps. They got 3 straps in here. Awesome. So you can really, lighter batteries can come farther forward, heavier batteries can go farther back. And they did a nice job on this. So I'm glad they did that. Gave us the versatility of having 3 straps. So yeah, real nice. Really nice. So I'll put this one in here just for kicks and just get it strapped down, tighten this in place. And let's see how that works. That goes in there nice. See, here's what I'm talking about. I just don't like the fact that the battery, the antenna, is going to touch up against the battery or won't fully go straight. So again, not a major deal. It's not the end of the universe. It'll probably fly fine that way or work fine that way. But I generally prefer to have, you know, that antenna just kind of on its own out of the way. So here, let's get this one strapped down too. All right, very good. I like it. Yeah, very good. It's nice and secured in there. I'll get those tucked away further. I just kind of cursory want to get it in there. And that's it, folks. That's the battery floor ready to go. So let me pop this back on. Let's go for the wings. I just figured it's easier to do that right now, without the, the wings on there, although the wings pop off real easy. So let's zoom out here. Got that back in place. And let's get a wing on. Let me grab the spar here. And we're going to go on through here. Let's see. We'll get that in place. See how that looks on camera. You guys can see that okay. And then, actually, you know what? Props probably should go on just to show you how, although we want to leave the props off while we power this up, because you just don't want things flying off your workbench and stuff while you're doing all this. Let me grab a different screwdriver. Here's my other one. This is a 5mm that I use for a lot of stuff. The 4 and the 5 I use for pretty much everything. So let's get this on here. We're going to unscrew this. Man, these are some sweet props and some sweet spinners. They are killing it at Horizon with this stuff. I'm just blown away. So nice, the quality that you get from Horizon. And you do it without, having to mod or change too much stuff, Not everything's perfect, folks. I mean, you get some stuff that's maybe not right all the time. This is awesome. Check this out. First time looking at this. Look at the pins in the back. Look at those locking pins. Those pop right into the back of this, and it locks the darn thing in place. Like, it's not going to slide. They go right. Let's see if we can get the detail on that. Yeah, those go right into those, and man, it won't slip. It won't slip at all. So really nice. In fact, and then that's how you tighten this thing onto the collet. Spinner goes on there after the fact. So what we're going to do, and again, I'm not going to attach these just yet because I don't want to power this up and lose a hand or something. That's what you got to be careful of with these things when you power up these airplanes. This is going to go right in place. See the collet right there? It's going to go right in place. You're going to take a wrench and tighten that. And as you tighten it, the collet tightens around the shaft. And you see the motor spinning there now. Now it's locked in place. Look at that thing. I'm telling you, man, they went to Cuisinart for these babies. I mean, these are some nice propellers. And then again, your spinner goes on after the fact. And you put your one screw through there. And very fine fitting. Make sure those tabs are right in here. But very, very nice fit. Real impressive. But for now, just for safety reasons, since we're going to power this up next, we're going to just leave the props off. So we'll put those aside. So, but getting the wing on is this simple, folks. We're gonna take this baby. I think you guys can probably see that. Again, if you need to, round the edges of those spars, and that's it. That's one wing on, folks. Pretty cool. Here, let me center this up here. Let me get this to stand upright. If you guys can, these FMS stands are absolutely the best stand you can buy, period. They're a little expensive, but man, you can adjust them for height. They're padded. They're just super nice. So couple of wing screws. Let's see what I got. 74 watching. Hey, guys, really appreciate everybody's there. I hope you guys are liking this. I'm just reading some of your comments and stuff. TNRC, love your shelf liner trick. Yeah, thank you very much. I kind of came up with that. I don't think I stole that from anybody. I guess I could have years ago, but I've been using it forever. So, anyway, here's our two screws. I want to just reference really fast because I hadn't really want to double check which ones in the manual. Yeah, here we go. Rear screws are the short ones. Long screws are the front ones. So yeah, long up front, short in the back. So we're going to put these in here. Let's see if those go in. These are supposed to be a finger tight. I have heard some stories that sometimes these are a pain, and I don't know because I've never done it. But let's see. If they end up being a pain, I'll screw them in later. But let's see. We're gonna kind of push this wing in a little harder. See if we can get it to line up. Maybe just threading it initially is kind of tough. But if it doesn't go in there, let's see if we can get one of these in place. Is that going in? I think that's, no, I'm not getting a bite out of that. That happens sometimes. Let's see, let's pull this out of here. Sometimes this happens with construction. Pull this out. Let's thread those and see if they go in. Yep, seems to be threading nice. That's going in okay. Let's see, this one's going in okay. Make sure you guys got this okay. I'll zoom in on this a little closer so you guys can kind of see the detail there that we're doing. Let's see. Yeah, it goes in nice. Maybe the holes aren't just lining up right. All right, let's go again. Lock that down in there. Really cool. Let me look down in there. I can see it's a little tiny bit out of alignment. I see what it is. All right, let me try here to get my leg under it. I think you just got to push kind of hard on this thing. Let's see if I can get this so you guys can still watch what I'm doing here. I think it's just slightly out of alignment. There we go. I really had to squeeze that. I hope you guys can see that. I really had to push the wing. Like I had to, see if I can zoom out. See what I do? I put my leg under it and just push the wing in pretty hard to get it to bite in there. So you may find yourself doing that, but it fits nice. Here, let me go over to this side. I'm gonna walk around the airplane actually and do the same thing. I'm gonna push the wing down in as I'm tightening it. Probably as you get to doing this, or as you fly it around and flex it a little bit. Let me see if I need to get myself in a position that the camera doesn't want me to get at. So here, let me try squeezing this. I think you guys can still see. I'm actually pushing with my body on one end of the wing just to get it to lock in. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Yeah, it's a little tight, but it's going in. So finger tight screws here, folks. And there we go. I think I got it. Yep, that's it. So that's in there pretty good. A nice tight fit. I think as you fly the airplane and the wing flexes up and down again, those will loosen up and they'll be easier to get on and off. Also, the beauty is if you have like a screwdriver, you can, let me see if I can find a screwdriver. You can use a regular screwdriver on this baby. So, if you can't grip it well with your fingers, just use a screwdriver. But I did have to push on it to get it in there. Not bad, though. Not too bad. They're meant to be finger tight. They're just, sheer strength to get them in there. And I can feel them tightening them in there nice. So really good. Not bad. Not bad overall. Let's let the plane shift a little bit there with its weight. And let's get the second one on. See if I can. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip the airplane around a little bit. Let's see here. We're going to turn it like this. We'll get it on that way for you guys to see. All right. Excellent. All right. Let's get this thing on there. I'm going to at the top of this thing. Get the top of this thing in place. You guys can probably see that. Slide that down. This is awesome, folks. I got to tell you, I got to stop again. This is killer. Look at this thing. Look how nice that plug is with your 2 power wires, your throttle wire, your flap wire, and your aileron wire. It's all done in one connection. That is the nicest connection. Wing connection I think I've probably seen. I mean, that's pretty slick how that is. I'm thoroughly impressed with that. Let me come on to this side here. Look at my monitor there. See if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. And I'm just pushing this in place. And let me level. Can't really level it because of the plane is just so big. Let's see. Let me grab our wing bolts. I'm going to take a little drink. Talking up a storm. Let me read a couple comments here. 66 watching. Thanks for coming by, guys. It's awesome. Let's see. We got our 2 screws here once again. Long one and the short one right here. See if we can get those to tap in. Yeah, that one went right in without really any pushing. I can feel it threading on in there. Again, finger tight, but if you need to use a screwdriver, you can use a screwdriver. That went right in. Yeah, tapped in nicely. You just might have to push a little. Sometimes the hole alignment's probably not perfect. You can even use your fingernail in there. Just a little bit if you don't have a screwdriver, but man, goes right in. That is it. That is it, folks. Shoot. That's pretty sweet. Let me zoom back out. Everybody can kind of see what I'm doing here. Let's see what we got. Very cool. Very cool. It's all pretty much together. That's it, folks. That is like the assembly of this thing. Of course, once again, minus the propellers. And this thing is big and it's in your face. Really hard to get it all on camera. So let's get the second prop together since we're doing this in real time. I am reaching back behind me, taking this thing with my 5mm metric. We'll unscrew this baby. Get this thing out of there. Try not to lose it. Drop it on the floor. And we'll pull that off. So the spinners are off. Spinner nuts are off. We'll just undo this. And just for those, again, who haven't seen a Collet Drive, all it is the way the Collet Drive works. It's an older style, but it works well. You can see that it has these little cuts, and it has this little cone. So it's a cone shape with little, like, 4 notches. You can see those right there. And as you pull this into the cone, okay, as you tighten the nut that's on here, this nut here, as you tighten it, it squeezes this whole thing. Those gaps tighten, and the friction grabs onto that shaft, and it will not come off. It's pretty tough stuff. I mean, it comes off when you loosen it, of course, but it's a pretty tough way to do it. I forgot the washer. Let's get the washer out of there. That didn't go in place. All right, so once again, we got these really nice pins. I'm real impressed with how those locking pins just go right into the back of that thing. Very, very cool. Put the washer back on so the nut doesn't bite into there too bad. And that's it again. This one's ready to go. This one's going to go on this side right here. See, just tightening it up a little bit like that, even too much like that, makes it hard for this thing to go in place. So you really need to have this thing really, really pretty darn basically loose, completely loose. So when you put this on, it'll slide right on that shaft. And then again, tightening this thing, that's going to get it on there. Very, very cool prop. So for now, though, we'll leave the props off. So we're not in the danger zone while we're doing this, while we're binding this thing up. And let's see, we're going to get to binding this thing. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me take the airplane off the stand for a second, put it on the box. Man, that's impressively big. Now, let me just adjust this. This is my FMS stand once again. Awesome stand. If you can get one of these things, it is the way to go. It adjusts for almost any size model. Has lots of padding here, and it's awesome. So I'm just trying to lower the airplane a little bit. This plane's big enough that, man, you can really do this with it. In fact, you know what? I may go another notch lower. Let me try. Normally, I don't get to go this low, but this airplane is long, and it's fat, and it fits in here nice. So let's try that. That's going to get us almost on the ground. That might be too much, though. Let's see. Do whatever we need here. Yeah, there we go. Very cool. Nice and big. You got that on there. So let's see what we got. Massive airplane, folks, beyond the limits of the frame of this thing. There's my Sukhoi over there and other things. So, but really nice, folks. Now let's get this thing, let's get it bound up and ready to go. So let me pop this hatch off of here with the thumb grabs. Throw that right there. Our battery's good to go. Let me see if I can tilt this a little bit so we can kind of see down into there. And did they give us a bind plug? Yeah, they did give us a bind plug, but the bind thing is way the heck down in there. So let me see if I can zoom on that so we can all get in there. Let's see, there we go. There's our bind plug way on the end. Everything's plugged in, ready to go. Love these AS3X systems here that they have. And I'll grab one of the many bind plugs that's littering the floor of my workshop here. Even though, yes, they did give us one. Let's see if I can get this down in there. Let's see. So we're going to plug this. That's a reach. Normally what they're doing with a lot of these new planes from Horizon is they're putting a wire there so you don't have to reach so far down in there. But for some reason, this one they did not. So I've got to try to get that down in there. There we go. All right, it's in there with the help. We'll get by with a little help from my screwdriver friend here. So that did the job. See the bind plug down in there. And there it is. So what we can do now is you got to make sure your radio is ready to go. I did do a pre-program. Let's see if I got it all in there. I didn't really program much. I just really put the name in there, EC-1500. I didn't really change much in there, so we'll play with it. But it's basically set up on a new model memory, and we'll play with it as we get it going. So let me turn this off. We'll go ahead and we'll plug in here, and we'll see if we can get this all bound up, because that's really the next step. But you see how easy this thing is to get together. Just a few screws and you're done. So, all right, here, let's get that wire out of the way. I'm going to plug this baby in. All right, and let's see. I do have a flashing light down there. I'm going to zoom in on that. There it is, right in place. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and get our radio going here. So I've got my radio with my bind plug ready to go. I got the button pushed. I do have to level the airplane actually to do this. So let me flip it the other way so you guys can hopefully see that light a little bit better, because the plane has to be reasonably level when you bind. It can't really be in a bank like I just had it. So let's kind of get down on there. See the flashing light. I'm going to go ahead and pressing my bind button, turning my radio on, and here we go.
Binding. Bind failed.
Okay, the bind failed. That happens sometimes, so not a real big deal. Just turn your radio off, and we're going to shoot for it again. I might have waited too long from when I plugged this in, so we'll just do it again. Bind plugs in there. We're going to go ahead and plug in the thing, let it flash. You can see it down there flashing. And let's go again. Go again with it. Bind button's pressed. Power's coming on.
Binding. DSMX 22 milliseconds. Telemetry. Bind complete.
Should have a steady light. There it is. And we're bound up, folks. Everything is pretty much ready to go. You can see some wing lights that are on there. Let's see, wing lights right there as well. And we are bound and ready to go. Sometimes you have to do that bind procedure a few times. This time I only had to do it twice. But in fact, actually, you know what I just did? I actually messed up. I just bound the thing up in the non-AS3X mode. So actually, I'm going to redo that. I just realized I forgot to pull the darn bind plug out. So let's do this. Let me unplug. Okay, that's if you bind it in non-AS3X mode or non-safe mode, I should say. So let's do this. We're going to start that whole procedure over again. If you mess it up, just do it again. I forgot to pull the bind plug out. That's the difference in the binding procedures on this thing. You have to pull the bind plug out first to get it to bind in safe mode. So we'll do that one more time. Bind plug's still in there. Let's plug this in. You see the flashing. You pull the bind plug out, okay? Then you bind the radio. So I'll do it again. Just press the button. It's really just this easy. Start it up again, holding the button.
Binding. Bind failed.
All right, we'll do it again. Now I got to put the bind plug back in again. All right, let's see. Let's do that one more time. Now I got to put the bind plug back in again. Thank you very much. That's real helpful. Let's see. Here we go. Let's do that one more time. Yep, this is the fun of not having. I should have put a. Probably, if in hindsight, probably should have put a whatchamacallit in here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but I got to get down in here to get this thing in place. Yeah, I wish they had put a connector down in there. Hopefully I don't have to do this a third time. Here, let's see. We'll get this lined up. Yeah, you might not be able to see that, guys, because I might be in the way. Let's see. Where's that at? Yep. All right, here. Get the bind plug back in there. Again, Horizon's usually really good about this. They usually have an extension on there, a servo extension, so you don't have to go through this whole thing or reach too far. But this one they did not for some strange reason. All right, let's get this thing in here. All right, let's go. Da-da-da. All right, let's go grab this. Get it in place. Let's see what we got down there. Does not want to cooperate with me. Got it in there good the first time. All right, one of the many fun things of binding planes when the receiver's buried in there. All right, there we go. That's set up in there. Radio's off. See if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys saw that with my head in the way, but here, let's see. Let's plug this baby in. All right, let's see what we got. Flashing in bind mode. Let's unplug. All right. And let's get it bound up. Let's try again. Here we go. See what we can do. Bind plug's pressed.
Binding. DSMX 22 milliseconds. Telemetry.
Solid light once again.
Bind complete.
There it is. Excellent. Bound up. Now, the reason I noticed the difference is because I didn't hear the flight control cycle twice. They'll always cycle twice when you know that you are bound up in safe mode. So one way that you can do that, again, I'll unplug. Now that it's all bound up, I'll get the bind plug out of there. I'll just do a rebinding. Radio's on. I'll plug it in, and you can watch your flight controls. There you go. You can hear them go. They go through it twice, the flight controls. That means that you've bound the airplane in safe mode. So you can use the safe select switch. So if you only hear that cycle of the controls once, that means you bound it the original way, the first way I did it, which is without the safe mode on. So you don't really need the safe mode, but safe mode's there for you to help you out and flying it as a beginner and all that kind of stuff, or, you know, wing leveling and all that kind of stuff. A lot of times I'll also strap this around the wires just to kind of get them out of the way, and this might be a good use for it, just to keep the wires out of the way, that extra strap. I don't know if this battery goes here or whatever, because I don't know the CG yet. But and then here's where you just want to check your flight controls. You know, make sure your flight controls are moving the correct direction, right, left, up, down. It looks like everything's working okay. Rudder's working the right direction. Everything looks good. I'll check my throttle. Looks like everything's going the right way. And in fact, I'll even just kind of stick my hand here and just make sure that they're spinning the proper direction, which it seems like they are. They're spinning inward and everything. So the next thing I like to do, which I think is pretty critical, is to go into your throttle cut. Okay, assign a throttle cut. That really should be first thing. So throttle cut's on. I always use this switch. Use the switch you like to use. I'm going to flip that switch, and boom, it's going to assign that to switch G. That's just what I like to use. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I think mine, we go white on there, and I think I go black on there. So that's kind of how, let me make sure that's working. Yeah, that's how I do it. This is just how I like to set it up. Use the button, use the switch you like to use, pick what you like to use. When I fly like this. So I've got my hand resting on that switch. I never touch that switch otherwise. So that's how I know I'm flying. When I'm on the ground, I go like this. When I get ready to fly, I rest my hand on that, and then I switch it and activate it. That just works for me. So use what works for you. Use the switch you like to use. And that's it. Now that we've got our throttle set up, our throttle kill set up, you know, we're pretty safe now. Now we could put the props on, but for now I don't really need to put them on so much. Probably the next thing we're going to do is just assign SAFE Select to this thing. So we have a switch, because the SAFE Select is not, the safe mode's not active. I like to assign it to this switch. So really what we're going to do is just back out of this, and before putting in any dual rates, any expos, or any of that kind of stuff, the first thing you want to do is just set your safe mode. Because if you happen to set 70% for a rate or something like they tell you to, and you're trying to bind it, that can sometimes mess up the safe mode switch designation procedure there. So you take both of these, move them to the inner positions. Again, you want to do this with the props off. Cycle this 5 times. There we go. And you hear a little flip. I kind of slipped on it. You hear a little flip. That little twitch of the flight controls means that you've assigned a safe mode. So now I can hear the flight controls, especially if I'm in a pitch or a bank. In fact, let me bank the airplane, and let's see what it does. If I'm in a bank like this, and here, let me put it here. If I put the airplane in a bank or a pitch, and I flip this switch, I hear them twitch a little bit, because it's trying to now correct. See, it's trying to roll my airplane back. Now, it's important to note when you assign the switch, usually the up position is safe mode on. The other two are safe mode off. So that's generally how it does. Up is on, and the other two are off. So that's off. So I'll leave that off, and everything seems to be working okay. So we've got good movement on everything. The next thing is just to set up the flaps the way the book says to do it, and the expos and rates and all that kind of stuff. So let me go into those menus. Let's see, servo setup. Let's go into dual rate and expo. And again, you want to do this last, because, you know, that's it'll mess up your safe mode designation. It could mess up that whole procedure if you don't have it. If you have those in 70% or something. So I think it's at 170. So I'm going to assign a switch. So the switch I want my ailerons to be, since I'm in aileron right now, is this one right here. So I'm going to flip that switch, and it's going to assign switch F. So the upper rate is going to be high. The middle and low will be 100%. So I'll press the button, go back to my dual rate. High is 100. I'll go to the medium. I'm going to set 100%, or sorry, 70% for both of these. Let's go. There we go. I'll go to the lower position. Go back. Put 70 in there. This is just how I set mine up, but this is how the book says to do it. I want my high position to be 100, and I want my medium and low to be in 70. So when I want high rates, I'll go to the high. Now, elevator is the same, if I'm not mistaken. I'll press that button. I'll go over to here. You can assign these to one switch if you want. I just like separate switches. I like my elevator and aileron separate. Again, personal preference. So we'll go to that on position. I will switch my switch, flip it, and actually, I gotta highlight the box and make it flash. Then I'll flip the switch. it will assign that switch. It just happens to be switch C. I'm going to go back and do the same thing in the upper switch position. I'm going to leave it at 100 actually, go to the middle, and you can see where that switch is here, where I'm switching it. It's in the middle position right now, and I'm going to go to 70, go to lower position, and we'll go to 70. That looks really good. So that's what we got. So we got full rates here on the elevator, low, medium, low, and low on the lower two settings. Same with the aileron. High at the top right here, low and low. So there's just a high and a low rate, and that's it. So those are all set up. And the next thing we want to do is really go into the flap menu, which actually I've got to set that. I don't think I didn't activate that already. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to unplug the airplane real quick. Get this out of here. We'll unplug this. I still got 67 guys watching. I really appreciate everybody coming by and sticking with us watching this thing. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Setup menu. I can do this from memory here. Setup, System Setup, say yes, sure. And we have to select, I think it was an aircraft type. Yeah, you got to go to aircraft type. It really should say wing type. And then because we have one flap and one aileron channel, okay, even though the ailerons are all Y-harnessed together, flaps are Y-harnessed together, so we just have one aileron and one flap. So we're going to scroll down here. We're going to go to one aileron and one flap. That's basically how we have it. Even though we have two flap servos, they're Y-harnessed on one channel. We have two aileron servos, but they're Y-harnessed on one channel. So it's just one and one. That's really it. We'll back out of this thing. And because we had no flap system menu in there before, now that we've activated it, we'll now have a flap system menu. So let's see, radio's on. We'll plug this all back in. It's pretty nice with these Horizon models. They all bind up kind of the same way. And we'll let that bind up. There we go. All right. Doing a live show, buddy. I'm on YouTube now. You can go watch me. It's one of the kids bugging me here, doing my live broadcast here. But you all right, buddy? No. I'll be down in a bit. All right, let's see. Kids coming up the stairs. All right, let's see. What do we got? We did the safe mode, safe destination, whatever. All right, let me get to, all right, here we go. Flaps, just like we talked about before. Looks like we want position 2 at 50% and 16, and we want 100%, although the addendum said minus, didn't it? Yeah, look at the wrong thing. Let's see. Yeah, that was the typo. So we want minus 50 and minus 100 is the new. See, it's a plus on there. So again, that's why you got to watch the addendum. Sometimes that can screw you up. 2 on the speed, and then we're going to do, what is it, 16 and 25 for the elevator mix. So that's what we're going to duplicate. So I'll stick those down there in case I need to reference that again. And we'll go back into the radio, and let's click on this. And now we suddenly have a flap system menu. There wasn't one before until we went into that flap menu. So we'll go into here. We'll go to where inhibit. We'll activate it. This is my flap switch that I always use. Most of us use that for flaps. I'm going to flip that switch, and it's going to assign it, and that's switch D. So at this point, we're going to go in and set what we saw there for mid position. So for the middle position, we're going to go to, what we say, minus 50 is what it was saying. Let's see if that works. And 16 for the elevator to flat mix. Was that minus? I think that was plus. Yeah, I don't think that one's a minus value. I think that's a plus value. Yeah, so that's what I thought. Futaba is the other way. Sometimes get that confused, even though I don't use that too much. Now let's go. No, too far. 16, there it is. Let's go here at minus 100. And I will check the throws on the flaps later. I don't want to mess with it too much now. And I think this was 25%. There we go. Just the way the book says. And this may not always be perfect when you're flying it, but this is a good baseline, and they seem to work for me anyway. So speed, we're going to go to normal, or sorry, 2. You can use 2 or 3. I like 2. It's funny, Horizon stuff is set up exactly the way I set my stuff up. So there's our flaps. And let's see how the switch is going to work on those. I'll get on both those flaps right there. Get the instructions out of the way there. Probably don't need to see those. But let's see how that works. Flaps are all the way up. There we go. That works pretty good. We'll go to the mid position, and we'll go to the landing position, the full flap position. So, and then later on, I'll check those. I don't need to really do them probably for the purposes of this video so much. But that showed, where was it? Let's find it. I think it was back here. Flap travel. It showed, and you want to check this and adjust it accordingly if you have to from the book setting, but it shows 15 millimeter for half flap or takeoff flaps and 35 for full. So, and then I think back here it kind of contradicted itself just a hair. It was 15 and 45. So one of those is correct. I'll measure that later during the setup process and just kind of see how it goes. But I think that is like about it, guys, for getting this thing set up and going. So since we got a throttle kill on this baby, I think we're good to go. I think we can set this, I'll neutralize all these things later. I think we can get the props on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unscrew this thing or unplug it. Let's see. And then let me get the props on. I'll do one at a time. And so we can kind of see this thing sort of in all its glory here. We'll put that Collet Drive on. Looks like that goes on pretty good there. I will grab myself a wrench. Let me get one out of my toolbox. It's sitting here behind me. Grab this thing out of here. Thought I had this ready to go. Maybe not. All right, pull that out of there. Find that thing. No, it's in here somewhere. Let's see that wrench. Digging for tools. There it is. All right, here we go. You need one of these or a socket. So I'll get this thing on here. Let me tighten it with finger first. And we are unplugged. Hands away from this baby. Tighten that up. Get it on there. There we go. That looks like it's pretty good. You don't want to over tighten it, but that Collet Drive's on there nice. And then we will put this, put a spinner on. Make sure it seats. In fact, I'll get y'all a close up there. Let me zoom in on there, see where we're all at. You want to make sure it seats right here. Sometimes that thing could stick out. You just want to make sure it's all the way good all the way around, especially with a 5-blade, prop deal like this, because it could be out of place a little bit. So, and then with our screw and our screwdriver, I usually don't like to use thread lock on this. If you feel it needs, it's aluminum. I don't think you need it, but I'll actually put a little bit of foam tack actually in here. I think that actually works better. So, because it doesn't mess the aluminum up. I think sometimes like blue Loctite will do that. So that's it for that spinner. That's in place. Nice. These are Magnum propellers. This is just awesome. So let's back out a little bit. Get the other one in place. Let's zoom this around. I love this Horizon stuff. It's so nice how it goes together. Get this in place here. We'll zoom. Zoom, baby, zoom. Let's see. We'll get right on that. There we go. Again, we got our second Collet Drive adapter and everything. We'll get this baby right on there. We'll tighten this down. Grab our wrench. Here we go. Let's get zooming in on that. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Get this in place. Again, socket, driver, whatever you got to get this in place will work. Yeah, don't over tighten it. I mean, you got to get it tight, of course, but not. You don't need to break it. You don't want to put too much stress on the hub. But that's on there. You just want to make sure it gets all the way down in there, nice and flush. And then let's get the spinner on once again. Make sure everything seats well. Make sure there's no tabs sticking out on all 5 of those, because there's a 5-bladed prop. It would be easy to have one of those tabs sticking out. You definitely don't want that. So, because it won't be, could be out of balance, out of round, and then stuff could go flying off while you're spinning up the props. And yeah, man, that is it. Let's see how that works. That's on there nice and tight. You don't want to over tighten this one either. But that looks good. That's nice and on there. Let's see. We'll check out our, go back out of the flat menu here. Get back off on the zoom. And there we go. Let me plug this thing back in. Let me do a quick throttle calibration. We're at full throttle now. I'm going to hold this on the deck, plug it in. I've got it in case it goes somewhere. Bring the throttle back to idle. See the flight control is calibrating. And there it is. It's counting the cells. And we should be good to go. There's the cell count. And let's power this up just a little bit. Nice, smooth rotation. Very nice. Notice I'm holding it. Again, you don't want this thing taken off. Very nice. All set up. So what I will check with this is I will check to make sure my throttle kill works. Power up, notice it's not moving. So my throttle kills work, we're safe, we're good to go. And that is it, folks. This thing went together pretty darn nice. I'm impressed. Let's get the top cover back on. Let me get this thing back on the table. What do we got? 64 guys watching. Hey, I really appreciate it, guys. We're really glad to have everybody here watching this whole thing. In fact, I hadn't even, let me get the manual here. Hold on a sec. I'm just shuffling some papers around, folks. Getting a few things before I switch this back to the desktop view. But actually, one thing I didn't check really is I didn't really look at the cargo door, make sure that that's actually working here. So let me put this down for a sec here, and let's see if it assigned it. Yeah, it did. Probably need to slow down on that here, and you'll see the, I'll show you the cargo door. It'd be nice to put that on a sort of a slow feature. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do? That's set up to my landing gear switch. And I think I would rather have that assigned actually to this switch right here as a drop. So let's do this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reassign it. I think I'll just like it on that switch better. Just thinking off the cuff here instead of the landing gear switch. It's also kind of bad memory to, or bad muscle memory to your brain to kind of have it on their landing gear switch when it's not for the landing gear kind of thing. So here, let's do this. Let's unplug this for a second. This is just me thinking out loud. Let's go into, let me turn this off. Let me go into the switch assignment deal. And I think I'm just going to do this off the cuff just for the heck of it. Let's turn this on. Oh, actually, you know what? I can't do that. That's right, because the safe is on here. Disregard. I'm not going to do that. We'll just leave it as is. We'll leave it on the gear switch. I may choose a different... Yeah, I'll leave it on the gear switch. Yeah, we'll leave it at, because we really can't do that way. That's my bad. We have that set up for... I use that for my wing sweep or any odd functions that I have. Let me make sure my kill is off. Yep, it is. Let's plug this back in. We'll let it bind up. And let's get this over on the tabletop. I think we're good to go. My bad. There we go. It is all good to go. So let's do this. I'm going to swap over cameras for you guys, and we're going to go back to the other view. So give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to hit the switch, standby 1, and there we go. We're back over here. I'll pick up the plane, throw it on the tabletop. And there we go. That's it, guys. Real-time assembly and setup. There it is. Yeah, nice, nice. We're good to go. Again, safety's on. Always want to check that. Just switching cameras. Hitting my light off there. And we can talk. Let me straighten this thing out. Make sure I got my webcam where I want it to be. Yeah, that's good. Nice. All right, let me get here into the screen. All right, guys, that is it. That is your real-time assembly setup of the EC-1500. Take a break, guys. I'm going to take a little drink here. From the FMS mug here. Put this down here. Grab my glasses. And let's talk about it, folks. This is sweet. Now, from here, I'll do this off camera. I'll do this later. But from here, one of the things you want to do, as I'm hitting stuff, one of the things you want to do from here, like it talks about in the manual, is to neutralize all your flight controls. So what you want to do here is make sure everything's straight. Make sure these are all lined up. Make sure those are all lined up. They do talk about in the manual the elevator being, 3 millimeters below the fillet here for level flight. That's probably just a little characteristic of the plane. But that's something I'll mess with later. I'll get them all straightened out. But for the most part, this thing assembled pretty darn nicely. It went together well. Let's take a quick look at the cargo door. Let me get this out of the way. See how that comes down and drops stuff. Really pretty nice. Ailerons are working in the correct direction. Elevator's working in the correct direction, up and down. High rates on everything. We got our safe mode designation on. So the airplane will now correct. Again, I got my throttle off. It'll correct. Once you come above quarter throttle, it'll correct your ailerons. And notice the ailerons staying displaced. that means we're in safe mode. Same thing with the elevator. Elevator's staying displaced. It's staying displaced. That means it's trying to correct the airplane. And that's why you hear that little teeny tiny movement sometimes, especially you got to be in a bank or a pitch that's abnormal. So when you hit that switch, you hear the ailerons moving. So this is safe on, trying to level the plane. This is safe off, and it's really not. Same thing with the elevator. So flaps are working okay. They work well. Again, I'll do those measurements to make sure that these are at, I think it was 15, I think, and either 35 or 45. So it'll probably take either. But really sweet airplane, folks. Let me look at a couple things. Yeah, we have a tail light that you guys can see under there. Look how bright that darn tail light is. Very cool. And we've got our wing lights that you guys can see. This 1500 millimeter is nice. I don't even need to move that close to the camera. I can show it all to you there. And then we've got your other wingtip light right here. I got another plane up there. There's the green. And then, of course, we got your landing lights there that you guys can see here probably at the dog tooth. It might be a little bright in the camera frame, but you can see them right in there. Really, really nice overall. My Tiger Cat's getting in the way. But big model, folks. Real easy to assemble. And again, if you got to get out to the flying field with this thing, this is a beauty because it's so nice because you can unscrew these two screws right here, slide this off. You can pop these little catches in the back, take your elevators off. And this thing is tiny. Usually it's a pain. It's good to get wings off planes. Obviously, you have to do that to transport them a lot of times, but being able to get the tail off the airplane is awesome with just snapping those little finger snaps. So really sweet. Let me get back to my the board here so I can see what you guys are talking at me at. So we got 70 people watching, folks. That's awesome. I really appreciate everybody coming on a Sunday to check this out. So if you guys are into it, hey, ask some questions. Let's talk about this thing. You guys got anything you want to ask here? I can kind of go through the chat log, but it was quite a long, actually, there's quite a long log for me to go all the way back. So feel free, guys, to throw some questions out there. And if you asked it before, I got to go way back to the chat log to find it. So is the shell, Reckham Roy said, is the shelf liner sticky back? No, it's not. Just buy yourself a roll of shelf liner. I think I'm about out of my roll, but I buy a big roll at a time for like lots of shelves. And you can get almost any kind. In fact, here, let me grab some here. You can use almost any kind of shelf liner you want that's sticky. So you can see here's a roll of it that I have. So I'll just cut this rectangularly, to put in, I'll cut this rectangular just to fit whatever size battery tray I have. This is just one piece. I just like black because I like black. It's just kind of, I think black looks cool. So, but any color you want to get of shelf liner, you get this at Amazon or anywhere. So, and that's it. So here's, actually, I do have some. Yeah, I think here's the last of my black. I had a giant roll of black stuff. I think black's coolest looking, and this one has thicker beads. So any shelf liner you got that you can use, go for it at work. So, but you have to put, let's see if I have some here. You've got to put this stuff on it, which is very simple. Let me get back to here. This is double-sided Scotch tape, okay? Sticky on both sides. So you just peel it off, line your piece with it, stick it on, and it'll stay there. So batteries are really sticky on that thing. So it definitely is a way to go, I think. I just hate having Velcro all over my darn battery, so it's kind of a pain. Let me move my camera a little bit, get a little closer in on there. So, but sweet model, folks. Let me get back to the chat here so I can see what's happening. Let me click here. No, get rid of that. I don't know why I have this thing open. Let's look. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, double-sided Scotch. Here it is. Just bought anti-shelf stuff for this purpose. Very good. Dad's RC hanger. Yeah, just get a roll of it. That's all you need. Just a roll. Let's see. You use Velcro hooks. Not sure what those are. I guess you're talking about Velcro. How great is the difference in airspeed, small and big flaps? I have not flown this yet, guys. We're going to get it out here in the next day or two to fly for everybody. let's see, get some 3M double-sided I don't know what that means exactly. Cheapest chips, yeah. I can go pretty super slow. Yeah, this thing goes slow to a crawl. Thanks for jogging along. Let's see what we got. Let me get down to I think we're down to the bottom of the thing. All right. I'm not seeing questions pop up. Oh, wait, hang on. I think something just came up. Nope. I'm seeing some of the older stuff in the chat log. So let me see what we got here. Let me go back a little ways. There's a long chat log here. Yeah, please, guys, throw some new stuff in. Otherwise, I got to go all the way back through the chat log. Let's see. Let me see. Lee Davidson's hanger. Hamilton's in there. I like Hamilton's channel. Check him out. Hamilton's hanger. Hopefully, we'll see him at Joe Knoll next year. Or maybe we'll see you guys, whoever's in Florida, come on out to the Triple Creek RC event we're having this weekend on Saturday. Me and Wesley are both going to be there doing all kinds of stuff. So you guys feel free, definitely come on out. We're going to be flying all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, at the end of, I think it's November, Wesley at Mary Boozer's having the Toys for Tots thing at Imperial. That's going to be like 2 or 3 days, guys. So that's going to be really great. So, all right, you guys still out there? I see a bunch of people online. Again, throw some questions at me. I'm watching this thing. I'd have to stack 2 of my 3200s to go CG properly. Weight tail heavy with just a 31. I'll let you know when I fly it, folks. I'll definitely be commenting on the CG that we have. Let's go back up here. I got a much bigger TV to read this stuff now. This is nice. Let's see. Let me go back. Man, there's a big chat log. All right, that's good. Yeah, it looks cool in the dark. Oh yeah, here, let's darken it up. That's a good call. Let's do that. Let me scroll here and see what's going on. Are you guys there? Hey, somebody throw me a thumbs up. I'm just not seeing anything on the chat log. I'm showing a good connection for those that are still watching. There's 68 watching still. Let me hit the lights here, folks. I'm gonna really carefully go over here. I'm gonna drop the window screen here. You guys got me okay? Let's see. Let's kill the lights. All right, that's it. We're going dark. Going into low lighting conditions here. See what we got, everybody. All right, let's see what we got. All right, actually, I can see the screen even better like this. Let's see. We're going dark. Going into stealth mode here. Actually, it's still kind of bright. I got the lights off here. Here, let's see. Let's turn this. But hopefully, you guys can see the lighting a little bit better. On the top, there is the flashing light that you can see. It's pretty sharp. I guess I still have some ambient light coming up from my shade. Again, the light underneath, but lights on the wingtips. And again, your dog tooth landing light, which we probably can see a little better here now. I hope. Yeah, there it is. See how bright those are? Holy mackerel. Very cool dog tooth light in the wingtip, right at where the dog tooth starts. That's pretty sharp. Yeah, look at that. Look how bright that is. Just simply awesome. Very, very cool. But folks, really nice build. Really nice assembly. Very easy to get it going. Everything works well. Everything fit together perfectly. Assemble it with 6 screws. There's a killer deal on this at Horizon now, folks. So definitely, what can I say? Check it out. I mean, it's a heck of a good price on this thing if you guys are into getting one. And it ends on the 8th, I think, the sale. So let's see. All right, if somebody's watching out there, which I'm showing 64 people now, type me something. I'm going to send out a message, just make sure something didn't go dead here. But I'm showing excellent signal strength, and I just want to see if y'all are still on. And if you guys have any comments or anything, just feel free to throw them on out here. I'm still showing I got good sound and everything. Let's see. I'm going to go back up to some of the chat window stuff. Let's see. We will try to get this out, me and Steve, in the next couple of days, and give you guys a flight demo of it. Pay It Forward said, hey, I knew your channel would grow. Yes, it's actually growing in leaps and bounds. I've actually tripled the amount of subscribers that are coming on every month, actually. So it's kind of crazy how big it's growing and everything. And I do appreciate it. Pay it forward. I think you guys gave me a super chat before. I really do appreciate that. Or the other day. Show the part of the parachute. Thanks. Somebody wants to see the parachute. Here, let's see. I'll show one of these parachutes. Let's open this thing up. We'll get right on into this. In fact, I'm going to throw my lights back on because I think you guys get the gist of the lighting here. Let's throw this screen. I'm still talking and walking here. Let's get this up here. Let's see what we got. Lights coming back on. Atomic battery on. Turbines to speed. All right, we'll get back in here. I'll have to get a remote for the light here. All right, so yeah, let's look at the parachute, guys. Here, I'll pull this red one out. Here he is. Here's one of these guys. Let's see what we got. Let me minimize this here. But this is how it comes. In fact, I'll get up there to the camera so y'all can see this thing. That's how it comes. This guy comes out of here. Yeah, this is neat. This is the, it unfolds, and it has a very cool kind of like a drogue thing to it, but it's got a mesh right here. So the mesh actually picks up the air, as you can see, and it just falls. But it's not a fully open parachute, which is nice, so you're not going to get bugs and dirt and debris and junk in there. It'll kind of keep that out. And then that's your parachute guy that you can put in the cargo bay. So pretty nice. I've used these kind of guys before, but really, really nice stuff. And again, Horizon has all these things. In fact, I think you pack these guys in such a way where, trying to remember, there's a certain procedure for this. Somebody probably out there knows a better way to do it than me, but I think you just kind of roll them up, if I'm not mistaken, and then you just drop them like that, and then boom, they'll open up, and then they come down. So pretty neat. And then there's these streamers here. Let's pull these out. I actually hadn't seen these. These are streamer rockets, they're called. Here, let's see these things. I haven't even opened these yet. Let's look. This is what these things look like. Those are pretty nice. But man, you can drop just about anything out of this thing. So we're going to be dropping all kinds of things out of this, I'm sure. Things that glow. Hopefully nothing that catches fire or causes danger. But that's pretty much it. There's 4 rockets in this package, so not bad. Something that you can see. So don't drop any animals or anything out of there. Probably not advised. But real nice, folks. I'm dying to get all these lower plates on to get floats, because I'm going to be flying this off of floats. I think this plane is so cool because it's just so versatile. So let's see what else we got. Let's see what we got. Sundays are a good day if it works for boozers are at best. So anytime really. Boozers are the best. Okay, yeah. Me and Wesley are doing a lot of stuff together, guys. Me and Wesley have fun flying together, and we get like a whole bunch of stuff done together, and we have fun doing it. So, and plus we live close. That's kind of the thing too. Is you got to be near each other to sort of do this stuff. And I think Wesley and I are going to be doing that a lot. We got, in fact, we did the first one we really did together was the Challenger we just did. That's OMP. So let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can pull up that window capture here. If you guys hadn't seen that video, check this out. I'll throw it up there real quick. We did some videos of this OMP, and I'm probably going to be doing some more OMP stuff, probably with Wesley and stuff. If you hadn't seen this video, check it out. This was one we just shot out there of me flying the thing, and it's a nice model, folks. It kind of takes you back to the days of early, gas and glow type airplanes and stuff. And you can see here, I mean, the plane flew fantastic, and it's just a 3-cell airplane, but it's fast. It flies nice slow. It'll do some 3D stuff. And you can it's just a fun airplane. You just have a ton of fun with it. And we flew the crap out of it. So check that out on my YouTube channel, folks. It's up there. Yeah, really good demo we did of that thing. You can see here, it's just whizzing around the sky. So this is just a YouTube capture I pulled up from my YouTube channel. So, but great flying model, folks. You could train, have a blast with it. Look at that. Look at that vertical of that thing going straight up and out of sight on 3 cells of power. But yeah, definitely check that out on the channel, folks. I'll close that capture there right there. Let me get back to it. I'll fade that out. And let me see if I can look up see if I can look up some of our stuff here. Let me go to the OMP. I'll kind of close that thing out. Let's see what we got. All right, guys. Let me scroll down and see what else anybody has. Anybody got something new on there? All right, guys. Is anyone out there still? Because I'm not seeing a new chat or a new text or something. I'm still showing 59 people here, but I'm not showing anybody. Can someone, if you guys you're getting the message here, just send me a text, because I'm not seeing anything coming up. It's almost like the chat log quit or something like that. So let me know if you all are still getting me here, because I'm still showing good sound coming through. I'm still showing lots of people here, but I'm not seeing anybody chatting anything new. So, you know, feel free to chime in and ask me stuff. I sent something through a little while ago just to see if anyone's out there. And the last thing I got was from RC Flugsit. But overall, folks, I get the feeling my chat thing died or something. I hope you guys are still kind of getting this thing. Let's see. Wesley sent me something. Yeah, he's. I don't know if he's watching or not, but I got a message from him. I got a message from something. All right, let's see what we got. Chat roll still going. Problem must. So I got a message from somebody. Problem must be at your end. I'm like not getting a chat log here, guys. So let me see if I can figure out what I can do with this. I got a message from somebody. I'm going to try and say a couple things on here. I just typed in a little bit of burble of text, because I'm sending chats, but I'm not getting anything through my chat window. There might need to be a recycle or something of it that I'm not aware of. So let's see, participants. Oh, let me see if I can pop out the chat, if that helps. Maybe that'll get me going there. Oh, there we go. I got it. I got it back. Let's see if I can snap it back in. I think that was it. Again, guys, it's just my first stream here. So let me see if I can open this up. Actually, this is nice. I just learned something here. I can get a full-on view of this thing. All right. All right, there we go. I see it now. Rich, here you're from London. Okay, Ian Bowen. Awesome. Again, I'm doing this at this time if it works for you guys. I'm trying to get the guys in Great Britain. So, okay, guys, I got the chat log now. Okay, it's working again now. So, it's still going here. John T says, and oh man, finally got a message in. Okay, good. So, guys, now you can start talking. Sorry about that. I don't know what it was, but my chat log froze. Everything else was working. So, let's see. Live is harder than it looks, laugh out loud. Yeah, it is. And that's why I'm doing this, guys, because I'm trying to work out the bugs. And you have to sort of do this to figure out, you know, what kind of caveats and things you're going to run into. So, guys, like I said it before, if you already asked a question, I didn't get it, so fire away. Hit me with some questions if you guys want anything specific to go over. I bet it's Wes. Yeah. Let's see. It's on now. You're going to put some cameras on the EC-1500. I think Wesley and I might be flying this weekend. Wesley's watching right now. So now that I got it going, we may do a tandem of these things together. So because he and I like doing tandems together, we'll do that. So guys, come on down to Triple Creek RC for sure this Saturday only. So we're hoping the weather's going to be good, and we will be able to actually, Wesley, doing live's not really that hard. It's just that things happen you're not expecting, and then you're like, okay, I gotta keep talking because everybody's out there and talking with everybody. So let's see. Yeah, I might put cameras on there. Boozer, you like the V1200? Yeah, Wesley flew the crap out of that V1200. He and I are gonna be trading planes and flying each other's planes. It's actually kind of nice when he brings out a plane I don't even know what it is, or I bring something he doesn't have it, and we fly each other's airplanes. So someone says, looks amazing, would love a military version with the parachutes. Yeah, you can paint the thing, guys. I know other guys have painted it. Paratroopers at Dollar General stores for a few bucks. Yes, you can get them there too. There's actually some that glow. I have some that light up too, so I'll be dropping some of those for sure. Let's see, pulling, how big is the cargo bay? Oh, here, let's open it up. Let's see, Who asked that? How big is the cargo bay? That's from Nathaniel. Here, let's drop it. Let's drop the cargo bay. Let me see if I can, let me change this window just a bit because I can't really see what this is doing. Even though, like Wesley says, doing the live stuff is a little harder sometimes, or seems to be, I'm doing this so I can kind of learn sort of what works and what doesn't. So let's put that cargo bay out there. I got my screen up. Now I can see kind of what's going on. Here, let's drop the cargo bay right now, and y'all can see it. It's fairly large. I mean, it's got a good size. It's got a good size area in there, you can see. In fact, I'm going to roll the airplane. We're going to invert the plane, which I can see myself doing from time to time. And you guys can see down there, it's a pretty good size. I mean, it's not bad at all. I mean, it's you can put a bunch. You can put a little truck, a little tank in there. I mean, you can go crazy with it. So it works. It works pretty darn good too. It's just one switch. I might try to see if I can add a little bit of a slowdown feature to that. Maybe there's a slowdown mechanism because that snaps out and snaps back in. But overall, man, nice model. I'm digging this. Pretty much flat bottom wing. I'm hitting another plane again. Yeah, I got stuff hanging everywhere, guys. There's planes all over. It's just pure chaos in here. Here, let's get this thing down. All right, let's see some of the other chat stuff. I'm definitely going to be getting a bigger monitor so I can see more of this stuff. I'm doing this off of a smaller monitor here. So let's see if I can get my chat window. Get that going. Let's see. What do we got? Man, the questions are really rolling in now. So let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Hey, Rich, are you bringing the F-18 to Wattfest? You know, I probably will. I got to be selective because it's only one day. And if I end up bringing like 12 planes like I do sometimes, then I fly like 3 planes and they all just kind of sit around. So I got to kind of be selective on that. But yeah, I'll probably bring it. I got to work on the landings on that thing. It just lands differently. You got to land it with some power. And then those gears here that compress, you have to get used to, you know, it actually comes in. You generally need to touch down with some firmness to it, sort of, because you want these rear gear to collapse. You don't want them staying out, and they do collapse, but you got to sort of almost do a carrier type landing with it. So it's hard to do a smooth landing because when the wheels touch, they just sort of drift until it bottoms out. So, but I'm working on that. You got to carry power with it. We already shot a good video of it where I got lots of carrier type landings. It actually looks pretty cool. So we will get those out there for you, and then we're going to be flying it some more. Yeah, definitely love it. Mary Boozer says, he says this is getting to be one of his favorite planes too. Rich, looking to buy the @FMS stand. Is it available on your Amazon page? You know, I'll look and see. I'll see if I can put it up there for you. Ken, just contact me and I'll see if I can do that. And if not, I don't know if you can get those. Actually, let me pull up a window. You might be able to get those at Horizon. Let me look something up here. I'm not really sure. I know you can get them on the FMS website. So if you can get them there too. But Horizon, let me look at. Let me pull this up here. FMS stand. Let me see if I got it. Oh yeah, you can get them. Are they available? Yeah, holy crap. Yeah, you can get them there. I actually wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, Ken, if you're seeing this message, Ken, and you want to support the channel and get one of those stands, if you just click on any one of my Horizon links, and I think I have them below here. If you click on one of my Horizon links below, and it takes you to Horizon Hobby, whatever you buy there, we get credit for it. So that'll help us out. So if you just click my link to go to Horizon, just type in FMS stand and you'll get the stand there. And if you purchase it through there, if you buy servos, a plane, whatever, that supports us, man, and we appreciate it. Again, guys, super chats are always welcome. I've only had guys give me a few, and that's mostly because I've always said, you know, I don't want PayPal money. I don't want super chats are cool. If that's the only way you guys can do it, I appreciate you guys supporting us. But really, we like you to. Me and Steve, we'd rather you guys keep your money and get yourself a really good airplane. And that's all I show on my channel is good stuff. If it's not on here, you might not need it. So I'm only showing the good stuff, the stuff that I'll have at events. All these new planes we just have will have at events. So I would rather you guys save your money and get yourself a good plane. And if you do get a good plane, you want to support our channel, use our links. And because by doing that, it doesn't cost you guys a penny more. It doesn't cost you anything. But we get a little commission for doing so, and that's a great way for you guys to support us for free, and it's awesome. I really, really appreciate that, and hats off. Thanks to the Horizon guys for offering that to us. It's pretty nice. We get to meet you guys out at the field. We get to fly all these nice planes. We get to show them off to you guys. We don't have any censorship for what we do. We're allowed to say whatever we want with these airplanes. So I'm dying to get out and fly this and test it. So, all right, let's see what else we got. I'm looking through the chat log here. What else do we got? Let's see. Jeep Fire is super fun. Definitely loving it. Unexcused Tuesday. We still got 60 people here, guys. I appreciate it. Looking forward to the FMS stand. So again, Ken, just check it out there. Let's see. Do you think the 3200 4S 50C is good for this plane? It should be. But I hadn't tried it in the plane yet. Wes can probably answer that because it depends on the CG. So let's see. What do we got? I'm reading the chat stuff here. Let's see what we have. I got a bigger monitor here, so I'm trying to get ahead and see this. Let's see. Rich. Oh, yeah, here we go. Stan. All right, let's see. 32. We talked about that. I'm waiting on mine. I'm waiting on getting mine in. Mary Boozer got his F-18 today, so I might need to fly together. Yeah, we might be doing the F-18 thing next week, me and Wesley. We'll talk about that. We're probably going to bring similar planes so we can kind of mix it up. What are your likes and dislikes about the new V1200? Ian said that, Bowen. The V1200, I mean, you know, there's not too much not to like about it. It's challenging to land. I don't know if that's something I dislike because that makes it challenging. That's kind of what's fun about it. It has blazing speed. It has very nice slow speed as well. The vertical is out of sight. It's just a ton of speed and power. So if I were to have a dislike, I would probably say that I might like to see the landing gear slightly tougher for grass use, maybe just a little thicker, but it seemed to handle everything okay. The wheels occasionally, when you extend and retract, or when you retract them, they sometimes get stuck outside the wheel well. Like you'll see one wheel hang out. It just doesn't fully go in there. And I think that's just because the holes need to be a little rounder. And I'm probably going to sand mine a little wider just to allow more space because they made a really tight tolerance on the wheels. The wheel like goes right in there. There's not a lot around the edge. So I will probably trim a little foam. That's probably about the one maybe dislike is I notice the wheels sometimes don't fully go into the well because they're designed to bend a little bit. You know, your retracts bend forward and back a little bit because they have a wire loop. It's kind of an old school gear. So sometimes it doesn't go all the way in, but that's because I think they made the wheel wells very small. So it's only foam. I'm probably going to round mine. But other than that, I mean, it assembles with, 6 screws. It's faster than all heck. You can land it. It's not a takeoff and or hand launch and belly land airplane. So, so there's not too much to dislike about it. That's about the worst thing with it. Actually, I would say that probably to prevent a little bouncing on hard surfaces, maybe a dislike would be maybe the wheels would be a little softer. That's probably another thing that I would say. But other than that, there's nothing really I dislike about it. I mean, it's it's what is it, mid 300s, upper 300s in price. So and it's 140 miles an hour. You can't beat that with any EDF stock or anything stock almost. I mean, it's about as fast as it can get. So it's pretty nice. Mary Boozer, we all need you out. Fly F-18s and also want to review the FMS Kingfisher. Yeah, I've got the Kingfisher. If Wesley doesn't have that, I'll bring that out so Wesley and I can fly it. The Kingfisher's awesome. Will it fly a run cam? That I don't know. But I do know that you've got this little latch, this little hatch here for your camera, for your FPV. You've got this one for your GoPro. So you've got a lot of camera slots on this thing. You can put in nose and top canopy in slot. What does it say? You can put in nose and top of canopy in slot. Yes. McGav Street, just suggestion. Dropping some tanks. Yeah, got to drop some tanks. Yeah, run cam. All right, let me see if I can scroll down. Oh man, there's a long chat window. You guys are chatting a lot. That's good though. Here, I got a couple things. Let's see. Rich, October 24th, open house and fun fly at Osceola Flyers RC Club in Kissimmee. I just dropped my microphone, so hopefully you guys didn't lose my audio. Okay, Victor. Hey, oh, it's Victor Popor. All right, yeah, me and Victor fly together a bunch. Hey, Victor, try to send me an email or a text message or something about that that open house in Osceola, because I may come down there on the 24th. That's getting close to Top Gun, because I'm going to be supposed to be a Top Gun on the 28th. Let's see. You can get into setup and adjustment. The speed 1.4 is about perfect. Okay, that's Jordan. He said, I'm assuming that's probably you're talking about for the door. So I'll mess with that. 1.4. Okay. Go to servo setup, scroll over speed top. Yep, gotcha. Okay, that's another thing. So I'll adjust that. I'll get into that. We run 3 monitors, Mary Boozer said. We have 1 just for comments like that. It's 32-inch. You do double. Yeah, I have another monitor here, and I'll probably talk to you, Wesley, about that. I'm looking at it on the main screen. I've got a big monitor out here in front, and I changed it from one that was like this big. So that's why I'm like going like this, trying to see it, because it's micro. I'll probably just buy a 50-inch to put out there or something so I can see it good.
System idle.
System idle. Yeah, we're going to leave it on. Let's see. If Tower Horizon is watching, please bring back 3 pay before the sale ends. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to do that, but we'll see. Oh, I lost my chat window. What do I do? Here, hang on. It disappeared on me. No, I got it back. What do we got? Hey, Rich, we'll probably get the EC-1500 at some point after the med bills. That's the Fred, the RC Baron. Yeah, Fred, I know. It kind of sucks. Sometimes it's tough to get some of these things, but I tell you what, it's a great sale now if you could somehow wing it, because it's a good deal. It's like 25% off regular price, so you get a good deal if you get it now. Ken says, will do, would rather get it and support your channel. No, I really appreciate that, Ken, but just check it out. You can do it through Horizon if you want to get it that way, but just click on any of my links, folks. If you click on my links and it takes you to that website, whatever you get, it supports our channel. That's just how the affiliate thing works. So, chilling and waiting for your show. Fred Barron, that's for Wesley probably. Hey, Rich, you fixed your Tiger Cat. Man, people are all into that fence thing, man, Gav. Yeah, I know. It's just, I hadn't had a chance to mess with it, but I got like 3 more Tiger Cats, so I'll probably just bring another one with me next time. You can never have too many FMS Tiger Cats, so I always got a backup for that. But, yeah, I'll change those out. Hey, Rich, fix your Tiger. Yeah, I just read that one. Slot cars tonight on Mary Boozer. Check that out. EC-1500. Rich and I like the bigger batteries. 3500 will be best. I might use the 5000 probably. Use 2 3200s. Yeah, you can fly all day. This will probably carry quite a bit, I'm willing to bet. So, what else we got here? 56 guys watching. Thanks for coming, guys. Let's see. It's good. Let's see. It's different at 5000. Never used an FPV camera. There power correction. Is there a power connection for the EC-1500? I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't do FPV either, so I'm not sure. I think it's time to take out the Tiger Cat again, Wrench. Yeah, that's Merlin RC. Yeah, I'll probably have the have the La Patrona out there next weekend. The Silver Tiger Cat will fly it there at Triple Creek, I think. They usually never go anywhere without an FMS Tiger Cat. So the only thing I dislike about the V1200, Rich has one and I don't. Okay, yeah. All right, Wes, we'll bring it next time. You'll be getting one here soon, I'm sure. Let's see. Just made the video for me reviewing FMS Kingfisher. Oh, Gab Street. Oh, you got a video. All right, good. Yeah, Kingfisher's an awesome plane. That's one of those planes people don't know too much about, but it's a good model. I got to get that one out there and do another video, or do a video of it. I did 2 videos of it. I don't think I did my own flight demo of it. It just kind of got caught in the minutia that happens sometimes. Let's see. Change the prop adapters. Oh, let's see. They changed the prop adapter EC-1500. That issue was resolved in the new models. Yeah, okay, good. So I guess there was a prop adapter issue. Nothing wrong with these. Paratrooper for drop for the grandkids. I'll probably drop some and have the kids come out tomorrow or on the weekend, next weekend, and do it. So we'll drop some stuff, maybe some candy or something. Gotta love eyes getting older. Yeah, it sucks. Any more new FMS on the Rafale? Yes, it's coming. The Rafale is coming. I'm psyched to get that plane. I think a lot of people are pumped to see that. I think we're going to have it first on here for you guys. It's just we're waiting. Actually, I think it hadn't even put the production line yet. So It may be they're about done, but it'll be here pretty soon. So, and I think that's it. How long have we been going for here? We've been going here for a little bit here. Where's the full-on view of this thing? 900 pay. We got 1,000 views almost already, guys. Hey, I really appreciate everybody coming out. Again, comment on what you want to see as a good time, folks. Just to reiterate a couple of things, I actually have some notes. Horizon has their sale through the 8th. I only say this mostly because they've got some killer deals. One on this one for sure. Also, I think the one of my favorite planes, which I think we'll have out there this weekend too, is the E-flite F4 Phantom. That is at a price that is just unbelievable, and that plane is just so awesome. So if you guys want an E-flite Phantom up till the 8th or 9th, I forgot when the sale ends at Horizon, it's a good time to get one. It's an awesome flying model. Just like this, you assemble it. That one goes together with 9 screws. You fly it. It's totally awesome. I mean, you just can't beat the way that flies with the AS3X and I think it's like $330 something, so it's a great deal on that thing. Same with this one. The Havoc I have not flown, but the Havoc is another great plane on sale. So check it out. Now, any day now, folks, top of the list here, any day now, the new FMS 1700 millimeter Corsair. Stay tuned. It's coming. I've been waiting for that for a long time. We did the original videos for that thing for FMS and Motion RC way back when. They were at the top of the charts. I think Motion got 350,000 views on that video. It was their most watched video, period. It was awesome. That plane is incredible. It's probably going to blow the doors off the rest. So, you know, check it out, folks. That's going to be, we're going to have it here any day now. So to give you guys a review. Also, the FMS CJ6, the new version, I think it's version 2 or 3. I forgot the version. That's pretty awesome airplane too. Now with lights, 4 cells of power, that's going to be awesome. We'll have that here in a couple days here for you guys too, or within a week or two tops probably. So, so yes, the Rafale is coming. Like John T says, want to be around for the sale, Ken, until, what does it say? Oh, won't be around for sale, Ken, until late November earliest. Oh, he said about the FMS Rafale. Yeah, it's probably going to be later. November. We'll have one here probably pretty soon to show off, though. I'm dying to fly that one. I think that's one of the coolest EDF jets out there now. It's just more unique than some of the other stuff, I think. Let's see. Hey, Rich, you have inspired me to change my channel name to Merlin RC instead of Mr. Merlin Power. You are going great with all your videos and live stream. Thank you very much, Merlin RC. Keep watching. We're going to try to do as many live streams. Again, I do need to kind of establish a day to do them regularly. It's probably going to be on the weekend again or something, but we'll figure that out. In the meantime, I'm just throwing them up there when I feel like the timing is good, and I'll get with you guys on all this stuff. This is sweet, folks. I'm going to try to get out like tomorrow and fly this. This is killer. I like this. It's huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge. And please pass this around, guys. I think that turned out to be a pretty good, you know, assembly, unbox, and setup of this thing. We got it all bound up. We pretty much, there's really not a stone, I think, that we didn't uncover with getting this done. We did the whole thing from getting this thing, you know, giving you a full review of the parts and the specs, and then out there, and then getting it set up and binding it and all that. It was very easy to get together. Again, folks, that's what I really like about a lot of these Horizon airplanes. They're the easiest, Horizon and FMS. Horizon especially, because they're easiest out of the box. They go together so well. The parts fit together nice. There's no screwing around. The receiver is already in it. So all you have to do is bind it to your Spektrum radio. Spektrum radios have the best ergonomics, the best switch setups and all that for flying airplanes. So, I'm just real impressed with all the E-flite stuff. Hadn't done much E-flite stuff till this year. Still, I started helping out the Horizon guys and kind of promoting their stuff. It's easy stuff to promote, folks, because it's all very good. They build these things, so they're real easy for you guys to get together, real easy for me to get together. Such time savers in the amount of prefabrication, pre-construction, and then ease of assembly. Again, 6 screws on this thing and it's together. The V1200, it's sitting up there. 6 screws to put that together. The F4 Phantom, 9 screws that went together. SU30. I think that was 10 screws. So bind it and fly, baby. It's awesome. Quality control is very good. So I can't get over how nice these things are. Let me get back to the chat window. Let's see what we got. Thumbs up from John T. So you're going to do both grass and hard video? Yes, definitely, Jep. Let me see. What is that call sign there? Jep TJ5. Yes, I will have this on grass and on pavement. We'll be doing both. FYI, the FMS stand is cheaper on Horizon than Amazon. Yes, by all means, get it at Horizon Hobby. You know, if you, like I said, if you click on my link, it'll take you to the Horizon page and then type that stand in, and it should give me credit for it. In fact, if you want to know for sure who's getting credit for that affiliate sale, when you do that, when you look at your product page, if you go to the address bar at the top of the screen and you go all the way to the far right, you should see in the address bar, which is long, I mean, it goes off the screen, you should see somewhere in there, it'll say RCINFORMER in there, affiliate program or something like that. And then you know we're getting credit for it. So we really appreciate that, Ken. Thanks for the support. And we're system idling here again. I'm just leaving the lights on. I do have my safety on, folks, so it should be good to go. Sorry, Rich, I slept through the first hour. Someone said, all right, hey, Rich, just sold my gray F-18. Blue Angel on the way. Yeah, man. That way is why I keep bothering you about formation. Oh, that's Gab. Okay. Yeah, all right. All right, well, hey, man, if it's coming here soon, me, you, and Wesley, we'll fly them maybe next weekend. That'd be cool. Let's see. Those stand-offs are badass, Ken, as well for the money. Yeah. Yeah, the FMS stand, folks, the stand, I don't remember what it was, 50 bucks, 60 bucks. Actually, let me go look. Let me look at Horizon. What is it? Yeah, it's $59.90. It's $60. But it's by far the best stand out there. It's all machined aluminum. It's a great locking mechanism. It's got good pads on it to kind of save your plane. So you really you can't go wrong with it. It's all around the best stand out there. Let's see what we got here. Merlin RC. Thanks, Rich. I'll double check before I order. Yeah, and Ken, honestly, if you're not sure, just contact me directly through this or something. I'll send you a link direct for it. I just hadn't made one up, so. But you usually can verify it in the address bar there at the top. So yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. I really like it when you guys keep your money and just support us that way. It's the best way to do it. But mostly, guys, you can really support the channel. We really appreciate it if you guys just like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share our videos with your friends, let people know we're out there. We're getting up to 20,000 subscribers, folks. We're hitting it quick. Like I said, we did triple. We've actually tripled and maybe even more our per month subscribers that are coming on board, which is awesome. So we're going to have some giveaways at 20,000, and we may even have to go to 25. We're going to do it at 20, but as these come on, we'll be doing more giveaways. We'll have stuff from Horizon for the giveaways. We'll have FMS stuff for giveaways. We'll have some things from Guniac, the afterburner stuff. And I'm going to give away a personal airplane, folks. I'm going to give away a one-of-a-kind early paint sample. One-of-a-kind, I say one-of-a-kind. There maybe were just a handful of them that were sent to people. Most of them are probably wrecked. But I used mine for my early samples, and then they changed the paint color. So I'm going to give that one away for 20,000 for you guys. So, and I'll mail it directly to whoever gets it, even if it's international. I don't know if Horizon or anybody can do all that. I don't think that we can, but I'm going to send that international if I have to somebody. So may have to be after the COVID because shipping's really expensive now. So if you guys win that and you're overseas, it may wait a while to get it because it's really expensive sending stuff. So let's see. Let's see. I'll have the legs on the upgraded motor. I'll have the on y'all. Oh, you got the upgraded motor. Okay. All right, that's fine. We'll just have to outfly you there, Gap. You know, maybe we won't outrun you, but hey, you know. Let's see. Waiting on parts for the Corsair flat spin. I did a number on it. Jep said. Let's see. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate the link because cell phone is tough to see the entire URL. Yeah, Ken, just contact me if you're not seeing at the top of the page that I'm in there, you know, or the link is on there. I'll send you one direct. Just let me know. Let's see, what time is it? It is 4:20. So we've gone about, we've gone a little ways on this, haven't we? Yeah, we started at 2. Actually, it's 2:20. That's not too bad for a build, assembly, setup, and all that stuff. So, anyway, guys, appreciate y'all coming. I think we'll probably wrap it up here. I think all the chats are kind of going down. We're still at 40 something, so that's good. But be sure to check us out on Instagram and Twitter, folks. We're posting every day, so check us out there. I did put a merch store below if you guys want to see something specifically for the merchandise. We'll add something if you want something specific. I just put some stuff up there, and I'm getting ready to kind of do some more things. I just need time at the computer to make some things for you guys. So any purchase you make through there, it helps us out. So, and again, we got Horizon links. We got links through Bitco Hobby. If you guys want to get one of the biplanes, the new PT-17, folks, beautiful airplane. We flew the crap out of it. I got a video of Steve flying it to put up there, and another one of me. Nice flying model at Bitco Hobby. Our links are below for that. The Spitfire on floats, I think, is another awesome Dynam airplane. So check that out there. Also, folks, we have links at Hobby Zone as well. That's in the description below. We have an Amazon store. I'm trying to put more stuff in there, but I only put stuff I use, guys. Remember, the Amazon links for my store, I don't put a bunch of crap in there to sell stuff. I don't do that. I put stuff in there that I've actually used. I even have like some Lego sets and things like that, but those are all things like I bought for my kids that are great. So anything on my Amazon store, you can be sure I've bought it. I use it. I like it. And I just kind of recommend it to you guys to use. There's a lot of stuff I bought from Amazon that have been crap. It's not in the store. I left it out. So let's see. Wales RC Flyer says, enjoyed it, Rich. Thanks. Look forward to the review of the Corsair this week. Yeah, it's coming up in about a week or two. I'm hoping as soon as we get it, we'll do it. We're going to do a live unbox just like this, folks. Probably plug it in a receiver, setting it up, the whole deal. Take care. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Wales Flyer. Glad guys are here overseas. Ken says, great show, Rich. Thanks for the time. Yeah, no problem, guys. Glad to be there. I appreciate you guys' support. I'll probably wrap this up. It's probably time to go. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We've got at least 1,000 hits already, and we had up towards of 70 or 80 guys at a time. That's really awesome. I'd love to bump that up, but, man, I can't complain. You guys are great for supporting the channel. I thank you guys very much. So anyway, we will close it out. Check out the EC-1500 at Horizon. It is awesome. We'll get it out this week to fly it. If we can't get it out this week, we'll get it out next weekend, probably at the event to fly. And come on out, guys. Check Instagram. Instagram has our flyer, and YouTube has our flyer under our community tab. We're putting stuff under our community tab there too. So check out the flyer. Come to Triple Tree Aerodrome, if I didn't say that right before, down in Boyette. That's down around the Tampa area. The guys down there are awesome. So, and we're gonna have giveaways at the event too, folks. I got some Horizon giveaways, FMS giveaways. I'm gonna give away some hats and shirts. Wesley will be there. I'm sure he'll probably be handing at least stickers out and stuff like that for everybody. So come to Triple Creek next week, guys. Check the flyer. It's going to be awesome. And with that, guys, we're going to close this out. I really appreciate you guys watching RC Informer once again. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, folks. And as always, guys, we will see you next time with a great airplane.